What's up? Thank you for you being patient, man. Thank you for being patient, man. Oh, man. We here, man. What's going on? Oh yeah, y'all was complaining. Yeah, man. I'm sorry about that, man. Sorry about that, guys. Oh man. But I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm here, man. Oh man. Whew. Woo. Man. Um. mm, let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking, guys. Oh man. Mm. We talking about it's cracking, man. There's a whole lot going on, man. I can tell you that much. A whole lot of news going on, man. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. Said I need a holiday. Nah, I'm cool, man. We just got off the holidays, man. I'm cool, man. I'm cool, man. I don't need no holiday, man. I did. I used to do like 300, 300 shows in a row, man. I would do damn near the whole year without taking a night off, man. I used to do the damn near the whole year without taking a night off. So let's do that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I used to do damn near the whole year without taking a night off. We got a great show though for you guys tonight, man. Salute to everybody who just joined in, man. Salute to everybody who just chimed in, man. Just joined in, man. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody that just joined in, man. I'm your host. Anybody here from California, man? Southern California? Any Op Nation from Southern California, man? Nobody here from Southern California. That's crazy. That's a huge story, man. I wasn't really covering it at first because I was like, damn, it's just, fires. They always have fires out there. Looks like it's so bad people are calling it biblical. People are saying it's biblical. God is burning down Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Whew. Let me tell you, man. Man. Shout out to Gouch Merlot, man. Gouch Merlot in the building, man. Shout out to Gouch Merlot, man. Hey. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this bit started, man. Let's go ahead and get this bit started, man. Let's go ahead and get this BI started, man. Let's get this BI started. Shout out to everybody, man. Woo. Likes, man. Hit that like button.
As we are continuing coverage on a story you will see only on News 5. Friends of the man who was dropped off dead at the hospital early on New Year's Day is speaking to News 5. Now, this follows our exclusive interview with the wife accused of killing her husband.
News 5's Haley Kennedy has been following this story for us. And Haley, friends are telling you that the wife who you interviewed at Metro yesterday has a history of acting out against her husband.
Yeah, she sure does. Friends of Lazarius Tanksley tells me the two were not together and did not live in the same house.
Who to who?
Does friends of Lazarius Tanksley tells me the two were not together and did not live in the same house. They say this all follows years of harassment, including Genesis allegedly busting the windows of his home and slashing his tires. They say the only reason why he kept her around was for their two kids. Long live Larry, written on a flower vase placed at the murder scene.
It's literally like a movie. Nobody woke up and thought that Larry would be murdered. That don't even sound right. That don't sound right at all.
Mobile County deputies say Lazarus Tanksley and his wife Genesis got into an argument when she shot him to death, then dropped him off at the hospital.
She was just a terrible person. That's all I'm gonna say.
Genesis reached out to WKRG News 5 Monday from Metro Jail, asking to share her story, claiming innocence and placing blame on another man.
I never seen him in picture. He was just out there just hanging out. Then he gonna jump in our conversation. That's weird. I knew it. Then he had a gun on him. And then he gonna shoot like that so fast. And then he died after being shot.
Press 1 if you believe her, man. If you believe her, press 1. This is her version of events, man.
Metro Jail, asking to share her story, claiming innocence and placing blame on another man.
I never seen him in picture. He was just out there just hanging out. Then he gonna jump in our conversation. That's weird. I knew it. Then he had a gun on him. And then he gonna shoot like that so fast. And then he died after being shot once.
A bond that she thinks could not be broken.
Oh, God. I love Lazarus. Lazarus, oh, God. It's personal. It's private. That's for me.
But his friends say otherwise.
Started off good, then she started getting a little crazy.
Outside looking in, you know, every relationship got their ups and downs, but I would say it literally like a Six Flags roller coaster.
Accusing Genesis of stalking, busting his windows, and slashing his tires. They say Lazarus's New Year's Eve plans did not include her.
He was at one of our other friends' dad's house, you know, celebrating New Year's. Came home, she was here, and then everything went down.
Did he have any intention of seeing her that night?
I wouldn't think so.
The lifelong friends were shocked that they would no longer have their buddy, but they're not surprised Genesis is accused of his murder.
It's strategic. It looks just like I did it. It's very strategic. It just got me wondering, like, it did. It shook me a little bit.
You can't get out of this one. You can't, because everything she was saying was not making sense.
Genesis will be back in court on the 16th for a preliminary hearing. In the studio, Haley Kennedy, WKRG News 5.
Salute to CA. CA is out there in California, man. We want to check in on the fires, the firestorm in a little bit, man.
Well, right now, 10, an online sale turns into a deadly robbery in Spring. A man is attacked in his own driveway, and his killers are still on the loose tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Daniela Guzman. Investigators say that man met somebody on Facebook and arranged a meetup at his home in the Bridgestone Lakes neighborhood.
And listen, I get it. You just living life and you need something right quick. You go on Facebook before you even think about Ocnation. Before you even think about Ocnation, somebody's pulling up to your driveway and they're like, "Yeah, we're here. I'm such and such. It's Marquavius from Facebook Marketplace. I'm outside." You go outside and shit to do the transaction, and before you even think about Ocnation, you're in the middle of it. Let me tell you something, man. Never buy nothing from a nigga online. Press 1. Never, ever buy nothing from a Negro online. Never, ever. I'm talking about never, ever. Don't even, because you're not going to get robbed every time. Just don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. I've been trying to tell people this for the longest time. These stories make me sad, man. These stories make me so sad, man. Because they all could have been avoided. This could have been avoided, man. This guy didn't have to die. This guy did not have to die. Hit the like button, man. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat, guys. Please support the channel. We need some support over here, man. We struggling, man. We need some support, man. Please support the channel.
Tonight at 10 o'clock, I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Daniela Guzman. Investigators say that man met somebody on Facebook and arranged a meetup at his home in the Bridgestone Lakes neighborhood in Spring. But he was confronted by a group who robbed and ultimately killed him.
KPRC2's Bryce Newberry joins us live from the neighborhood now. He has just obtained surveillance video showing what happened. Bryce.
Yeah, Keith and Daniela, video shows that this apparently was a pretty brutal attack. That victim left fighting for his life in his driveway here along this street. As neighbors tell me that he didn't even have shoes on when they found him unresponsive. Tonight, deputies are looking for his accused killers after all of this. And this online sale that went terribly wrong, a warning for you that this video may be disturbing. In the middle of Thursday afternoon, this white car with at least 3 people inside arrives at a home on Bridgestone Pine Court. 2 of the passengers get out, starting a discussion with a man outside the home, and before long, the attack is on. Video shared with KPRC2 shows a man being chased around this yard. He appears to be slammed to the ground, hitting his head, before his attackers grab onto him, dragging him across the concrete and go through his pockets.
The victim sustained some injuries. Right now, we can't tell what type of injuries at this point.
Video shows the young men involved taking off in the white car. Neighbors called 911, but those unknown injuries ended up killing the victim, an Asian man in his 30s, once he got to the hospital.
An Asian man in his 30s. So not only was it one of their favorite crimes, but it was one of their favorite victims. Jesus, what is an Asian man in his 30s doing buying something from Marquavius online? He definitely voted for Kamala. That Asian man in his 30s definitely voted for Kamala. There's no question. No question.
In the middle of Thursday afternoon, this white car with at least 3 people inside arrives at a home on Bridgestone Pine Court. 2 of the passengers get out, starting a discussion with a man outside the home, and before long, the attack is on. Video shared with KPRC2 shows a man being chased around this yard. He appears to be slammed to the ground, hitting his head before his...
That's when he hit his head. That killed him? Wow.
To the ground, hitting his head before his attackers grab onto him, dragging him across the concrete and go through his pockets.
The victim sustained some injuries. Right now, we can't tell what type of injuries at this point.
Video shows the young men involved taking off in the white car. Neighbors called 911, but those unknown injuries ended up killing the victim, an Asian man in his 30s, once he got to the hospital. The meeting had been planned, investigators say, because of a sales arrangement made on Facebook.
That's definitely a dangerous business, especially at your house.
We don't know what was being sold, but investigators say the men got away with items stolen from the victim and have this message for anyone doing business on the internet.
If you're going to be selling anything online, I would recommend that you meet these people either at a police station or some type of area where there's, people around and someone there with you.
He didn't appear to have anyone with him when cameras captured this brutal attack.
Shit, he shouldn't have had nobody with him. Die alone, motherfucker. Don't bring nobody to die with you. If you buying shit from niggas online, man, that should be attempted murder if you bring somebody with you. You should be responsible if something happens to them.
And tonight, investigators say those responsible could be men in their late teens or mid-20s. They left in that white car that you saw on the surveillance video. Tonight, investigators are asking for any help with this case. You can report any tips to HCSO Homicide or Crime Stoppers. We're live in Springtime.
Wow.
A man is dead after two men robbed him in his own driveway. This happened over in North Harris County.
Yeah, specifically on Bridgestone Pine Court. Fox 26's Abigail Dyes joining us live from the scene.
Anthony Raji, this driveway right here behind me is where all of this happened. The Harris County Sheriff's Office tells us that the call dropped around 3:22 p.m. They say that someone noticed their cousin was unconscious in their driveway. Precinct 4 responded and found the Asian victim, who was in his 30s, dead with apparent injuries.
Our victim apparently made some type of sales arrangement on Facebook. He had agreed to meet those individuals at his home here in the 22-100 block of Bridgepoint Drive. Apparently, when those suspects arrived, they approached him. There was a struggle. During that struggle, the victim sustained some injuries. Right now, we can't tell what type of injuries at this point, but he did sustain some injuries, which believed to cause his death.
Now, at this point, officials haven't said what was being sold, only that the robbers made away with it. Inside that garage, you can see many shipping boxes and several sneakers. Now, investigators tell us that they are looking for two men, Hispanic or white, in their late teens or possibly early 20s, driving a white sedan.
Hispanic or white. So, yeah, he's off the hook, man. He's off the hook. Sorry, Mr. Asian man. You didn't do nothing wrong. He's off the hook. They either Hispanic or white. I would say Hispanic, man. You gotta go down the the chart, man. If it ain't niggas, it's Hispanics. Then whites, then probably Arabs and shit. Salute to Adolph Diversity, man. Shout out to Adolph Diversity, man, in the building, man. My man, Adolph Diversity, man. Oh, man. These goddamn, I'm sorry I talked about that Asian man like that, man. That Asian man didn't do nothing wrong. The Asian man just was unlucky, man. He didn't do nothing.
If you know anything about what happened here tonight, you're
This has been a severe problem here at the Harris County Jail with guards using excessive force on individuals. What the proper procedure is to take them to the ground and put the handcuffs on, which they eventually did, not this beating.
Welcome and thanks for joining us for the second half hour of The Factor Uncensored. Harris County under scrutiny tonight. Family members of an inmate are calling for a federal investigation into a video showing a scuffle between an inmate and Harris County jail guards. Now, here's more of the video. This happened at the Joint Processing Center last month. One of the guards can be seen speaking to D'Alessandro Chavez Sandoval from afar. The guard can then be seen approaching the inmate before grabbing him.
Hey, man, no, I don't care, man. That's a tough job, man. That's a shitty job, man. They gotta keep order in that place, man. Fuck that dude. Fuck that Hombrito, man. Fuck that Hombrito, man. Fuck that hombre though, man. Don't go to jail if you don't want to get. Jail ain't supposed to be a nice place, man. The guards ain't supposed to cheat you. No. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. No. 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 Nope.
This young man, homeless and disheveled, surrounded by a joint response team made up of 2 NYPD officers, a social worker, and a nurse. After protesting for several minutes, the handcuffs stay on. One of the many involuntary removals the Adams administration conducts on a weekly basis in the New York City subway system. After several minutes, the man is led out of the station, up to the street, and into a waiting ambulance.
So where is he going? He's going to Bellevue?
Headed to Bellevue Hospital for a psychiatric evaluation. Evaluations which often lead to an involuntary 72-hour psychiatric hold.
He didn't want to go. Yeah, he didn't want to.
The team's nurse.
Good, man. Just bring back fuck 72 hours, man. What about 72 days, man? A 72-day evaluation, man. Send these people away, man. Mental hospitals are great, man. They used to have them when I was a kid, mental hospitals. 72-day evaluation.
Going along for the ride.
There has been a pervasive misunderstanding of the law in New York.
Brian Stetton, the mayor's senior advisor on severe mental illness, says response teams perform about 130 involuntary removals a week under a...
They need to do 5 times as many as that. 5 times as many as that, man. In a city as big as New York, 5 times as many.
Broader interpretation of the prevailing legal standard that determines whether a person is a, quote, danger to themselves or others. It's a direct...
Fuck if they're a danger to themselves. They're a danger to others. That's what we care about. We don't care about if they're a danger to themselves. We care about if they're a danger to others. Fuck all this goddamn kumbaya shit. We putting you in this fucking mental institute to keep you away from our fucking customers, man. Not to help you. Fuck you. We're not trying to help you. We're trying to get you away from our customers, you fucking piece of shit. Press 1. Everyone hit the like button, man. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, with a super chat.
Direct response to the public's palpable concern over innocent people being victimized above and below ground. From suspect Ramon Rivera, who police say fatally stabbed 3 innocent victims in unprovoked attacks across Manhattan, to Sebastian Cepeda, who's accused of walking out of a homeless shelter and then fatally setting a woman on fire as she slept on board an F train in Coney Island, Brooklyn.
To recognize that a person who cannot meet their basic needs for food, clothing, shelter, or medical care, those basic human needs, because of that mental illness interfering with their addressing those needs.
Is laziness a mental illness, man? A lot of these people are just lazy bums, man. They used to call them bums, man. Who remember that when they used to call homeless people bums? And yes, there's always exceptions. Yes. A lot of these people are fucking bums. They act like everybody. This is how stupid these white liberals are. They think if it wasn't for fucking like terrible white culture, 100% of people would be fucking have jobs and going to work every day and taking care of themselves. The only reason it's not 100% is because of evil white fucking supremacy and shit. No fucktard. Some of these people are bums, you ass white.
Shelter or medical care, those basic human needs, because of that mental illness interfering with their addressing those needs, that person's a danger to themselves, even if the risk to them is not imminent.
Under that broader interpretation, the response team also approached 63-year-old Daryl, who was lucid did not appear to be in any kind of mental health crisis and told us he has access to a bed in a facility.
You don't like staying there?
I get tired of staying. I'm an ex-drug addict.
Daryl's preference, the warmth and anonymity of the subway system. The reality is both Daryl and the man who was involuntarily removed minutes earlier will likely be back down here in the subway system in a matter of days. A function, critics say, of what a...
So what? Harass them. So what if they'll come back? Harass them. Get rid of them. Every time you see them, give them a 72-hour hold. They'll stop coming down there. They'll be like, fuck. Can't be down here because every time I come down here, they send me to a psych ward for 72 hours. Let me stop coming down here. That's how it works, you fucking moron.
Amounts to a revolving door of short-term treatment.
In the situations where, let's just say, this gentleman who you involuntarily removed is sent to a supportive housing environment, does not want to be in that environment, ends up coming back down here in the subway, and then disappears from this spot and is roaming the city. How do you catch up with that person?
Yeah, no, so that's a great question. And I think what it comes down to is what you're describing is someone who actually is not ready for discharge from the hospital.
But am I wrong in saying that the system as it exists right now does discharge that person?
You're certainly correct that we've done that a lot historically.
In the worst cases, there are devastating consequences for a system's failure to find, keep track, and successfully help someone experiencing mental health issues. Stanton acknowledges it's a difficult situation.
One of the important pieces of how we're trying to change the culture of the system is to have it be understood by people making those decisions at hospitals, doctors who are deciding whether to retain or
So the NYPD is increasing patrols in the subway to make it safer. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch says crime in transit dropped more than 5% last year, but she admits many people still don't feel safe taking the trains. Now, with a potential increase in subway ridership from congestion pricing and going beyond increased patrols, what can officials do to make New Yorkers feel more safe? Joining us now, CBS News law enforcement contributor and former deputy commissioner with the NYPD, Richard.
Crisis in California. Breaking tonight, there's now a new wildfire, sending thousands more fleeing from their homes. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson. The news of that newest fire breaking out earlier tonight is just the latest in a series of fires overwhelming firefighters in California. Here is the very latest that we know. The Kenneth fire that erupted just hours ago has already scorched nearly 1,000 acres with 0% containment. Governor Gavin Newsom says 900 additional firefighters.
0% containment. Salute to Douglas Chunks, man, Arc Nation Hall of Famer, man. We're going to have to get to Alaska tonight, man. We're going to check out, see what's going on in Alaska tonight, man. Shout out to Douglas Chunks, man. Going to Alaska, man. 0% containment. Yikes.
Firefighters in California. Here is the very latest that we know. The Kenneth fire that erupted just hours ago has already scorched nearly 1,000 acres with 0% containment. Governor Gavin Newsom says 900 additional firefighters have been deployed to battle the.
You know, the only good thing about this fire is that there's no way Gavin Newsom can fucking win the presidency now. This completely ruined his chances. He's done. This is an unmitigated disaster.
With 0% containment. Governor Gavin Newsom says 900 additional firefighters have been deployed to battle the flames, and at least 6 people have died over the last 3 days. Officials say more than 10,000 buildings, many of them homes, have been burned. And that's one of 6 fires burning right now. CBS News confirms estimates that 331,000 people are now being affected by evacuation orders, some of them mandatory, others voluntary. Once again, we have team coverage here for you tonight. Let's begin with Lauren Posen. She is live in Calabasas, where homes right now are being threatened due to that most recent fire. Lauren?
Well, Christine, you know, people all over Southern California are already on edge because of all these fires. Got another jolt tonight when this fire popped up this afternoon. I want to show you some video of it. It started over in West Hills, which is about 10 minutes from Calabasas,
Christ.
from where
Just popped up. A fire just popped up. Jesus Christ.
I am tonight, and it happened around 2:40 in the afternoon. It's a neighborhood in Los Angeles. It quickly grew to 800 acres and then kept growing. Residents were told to evacuate quickly. Crews on the ground and in the air jumped on the fire. So far, no homes have been burned. From West Hills and Calabasas to the Palisades fire, the full scope of devastation and the Pacific Palisades Malibu fire came into view today when choppers were allowed to fly for the first time. The scene is stunning. Over 5,000 homes, 5,000 are now believed to have burned. Much of the oceanfront community of Pacific Palisades is gone. 2 confirmed dead there tonight. And from Palisades to the Eaton fire in Altadena, just north of downtown LA, grief was on full display. We watched as people came back to what was there of their homes or businesses and saw absolutely nothing left. Authorities updated the.
Yo, you gotta have sympathy for these people coming back and seeing this where your house used to be. A lot of people gonna commit suicide, man. They're gonna have to have grief counselors and all types of mental health people on board for this. Because a lot of people gonna commit suicide, man. Everything's gone, man.
The damage estimate today to 5,000 homes and businesses destroyed. We spoke with one mom whose home was destroyed. She spoke for many in this tight-knit community. Take a listen.
What are you thinking about when you see Altadena now?
My heart is broken. I love you, Altadena. I love this community. I love the people in Altadena. We have like meshed so well. Everybody's so kind.
And Christine, as you mentioned, the governor announced earlier this afternoon that he has deployed an additional 900 firefighters to help battle all these fires popping up in and around the Los Angeles area. Christine?
Lauren Posen reporting tonight for us in Calabasas. Lauren, thank you. Let's continue our team coverage now with reporter Ashley Sharp as people return to their homes. She is in Altadena, that hard-hit area, which has been one of the hardest hit in this fire.
Christine, as fire crews start to make progress on the largest of the fires, the Palisades fire, reporting a small containment this evening. It's good news, but the Eaton fire that I'm covering is still burning at full capacity. And I'm going to show you what it's left in its wake. Home after home, you're seeing one behind me. I'm in the driveway of a second. This entire street here in Altadena, every single home is gone. It's devastating, and neighbors have hiked back up into this neighborhood this afternoon to try and see, is their home still standing or is it gone? The Kenneth fire started Thursday afternoon in the Woodland Hills neighborhood. Leaders urging people to continue to listen to evacuation warnings.
If you're told to evacuate, then get the hell out.
Jesus Christ.
You to listen to evacuation warnings.
If you're told to evacuate, then get the hell out. You might think you can outrun a fire. You are not going to outrun these fires.
The two big.
Yo, look at the sign language, dude. Oh, look at sign language, dude. Just watch it, man.
You might think you can outrun a fire. You are not going to outrun these fires.
The two biggest wildfires.
Yo, what the fuck was that?
You might think you can outrun a fire. You are not going to outrun these. Get the hell out. You might think you can outrun a fire. You are not going to outrun these fires.
The two biggest wildfires, the Palisades fire along the coast and the deadly Eaton fire about 30 minutes inland, are raging out of control, leaving behind widespread destruction.
That's our house. You can tell it's next, and we're getting out.
President Biden says more help is on the way.
Yo, what the fuck? Why you ain't been out? Why you ain't have a fucking U-Haul truck and get all your valuable shit? This shit been going on for days. How you just now just like, oh man, we gotta leave? Man, I would have been like, I'd have had a moving truck, man. Come to my crib, man.
You can tell it's next, and we're getting out.
President Biden says more help is on the way. The federal government will cover 100% of the cost for 6 months. As new fires have continued to pop up across Los Angeles tonight in this night 3 of the firefight, the good news is that the winds have remained relatively calm, at least where we are in Altadena. So that's taking one thing out of the equation, but fire crews still having to face these dry conditions, the driest January that we've seen in Southern California in decades. In Altadena, California, I'm Ashley Sharp, CBS News, New York.
And an elderly man in Altadena is among those killed by the wildfires. The body of 83-year-old Rodney Nickerson was found in his bed after the Eaton fire raged through his neighborhood. Nickerson's daughter says her father insisted on staying in their family home that he purchased in 1968 for $5.
Son tried to get him to leave, and my neighbors and myself, and he said he'll be fine. Chase was like, Papa, we got to go now. And he says, if I need to go, I'll go. But grandson, I don't need to go right now, but I'll be here.
The Nickerson family has deep roots in L.A. Rodney worked for 45 years at Lockheed Martin in Altadena, and his dad was the founder of the largest public housing development in L.A. Millions of people tonight received an evacuation alert by mistake, causing panic and confusion.
I want to show y'all something, man.
Okay, this is for everybody in LA. If you survived the fire, congrats. This is round 2. This is threat number 2. Threat number 1 was the fire. It's slowing down, great. Do not relax. There's no time for fucking tears yet, no crying, no nothing. This is game time because human beings are the apex predator. People are aware. Cops, nobody's responding to crimes right now. Everything is going to be covered and overlooked by this whole fire that's happening. People are already breaking into businesses, breaking into houses, harming other people, unaliving other people, because nobody's gonna fucking take the time. There's too much happening for people to look at. Oh, this person's not breathing no more. Was it a red rum or was it the devastation? There's too many things to be focused on. All crime, no one's there to help you right now. So protect you and yours at all costs. And I mean all costs. All that fucking pent up bullshit that everybody got from 2024, you want to crash the fuck out, save it. You about to need it. This is not a time to relax. This is not a time to fucking chill out. This is about to become a fight for resources. And you're also going to be dealing with people in the society of LA. All these homeless people been waiting for their moment. This is their time to shine. They're already breaking into houses, businesses, stealing. People are setting more fires just because they want to watch this shit go down. So keep in mind, the fire going away is threat number 1. I'm happy if you survived. I'm so fucking goddamn sorry everybody's in this goddamn position. It's the worst thing that can happen. But this is threat number 2. This is the one you really got to pray to make it the fuck out of. And when I say protect you and yours at all costs, I mean at all costs, because their crimes are kind of free for all. But if you got to do what you got to do, everybody's kind of free. This is all alleged also, because I'm making this video. But everybody there, you know what the fuck is really going on. You know what to do. So do not hesitate to do it. And the other thing, women, stick the fuck together. Be as vicious as you have to be. Nobody can respond to a crime call right now. Cops can't get down the fucking road to nobody. If men want to come in your house and overpower you, or men want to catch you and find you, what you gonna do? There's no one to call, there's no one to help. So when I say life or death, and it's your life or your death, so act accordingly. This is not over, and there's no time to cry yet. Not yet. I am so fucking sorry to everybody caught up in this. I'm gonna send you strength. Ain't no thoughts and prayers and bullshit, baby. I'm gonna try and send you some fucking strength. Do what you've got to do.
Here's the arsonist who was arrested for allegedly starting the Kenneth fire, the fire that just popped up. The fire they say just popped up today. Are we about to find out these fires are being set by illegal migrant gangs with the intent of looting? Wow. Look at that guy. That brown guy. He's browner than a motherfucker. So he's been arrested for setting one of the fires that started today. Wow. Wow. What you gonna charge him with? Think about if this guy set a fire that burned down thousands of houses. Like, what do you charge him with? Arson and the first, we sentence you to 10 years in jail. Now, this guy should be tied to a tree and set on fire if he really did that shit. There ain't really nothing you can do. There's no punishment great enough.
Wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Commander 21.
These guys are casing the Sunset Fire houses looking for a score. I approached him and he said, I don't speak English. I live here. He doesn't live here. Damn, that's racist, man. That's racist, Norgard. It's funny how these fucking California liberals get to be racist when they want to. That's racist, man. If a conservative said that, it would be racist. It'd be the end of the fucking world. He said they don't live here. He doesn't live here. These are professional looting rings operated by an organized entity. Open your eyes to what's happening in California. I don't feel sorry for you one bit. Press 1 if you feel sorry for California. If these are professional looting gangs. Salute to my man Andy Armour. He says Mayor Karen Bass made history today by being the first Black woman to remain quiet in public. Oh shit.
And I am tired of people speaking negatively about the Black community. I'm tired of seeing fake headlines painting Black people in a bad light to get some attention. I'm tired of people justifying their racism and hatred and diverting it to Black people who, for the most part, mind their own business and positively contribute to society. Black people are net positive to any community that gets the pleasure of being around them. Most Black men and women are very upstanding individuals. Do you know the level of discipline most Black families have to go through just to try to fit into America from back in the day? It doesn't matter how hard we try, how much we contribute, what we do, everything we accomplish, what we invent. No matter what, it still comes back down to this weird focus and obsession with hating Black people. And I don't get it. This video is in response to the looting headlines circling LA. They're saying that looting is occurring in LA while these fires are going on. I'm sure there is. However, the only video that came out was a bunch of Black people in a house moving stuff out of the house with fire trucks and policemen all around the house. So you truly believe that these people are robbing a house right in front of policemen and firemen. So the neighborhood is too nice. It can't be their house they're moving their stuff out of very calmly, walking very slowly. What is this weird societal obsession with taking all your rage and hatred out on the Black community? I don't understand it. We have put up with this all of our lives and it still continues today. It doesn't matter how successful we get. It doesn't matter how much we contribute. These are the same headlines that I saw as a kid that made me not want to be Black because I was taught by America to hate myself because Black people are bad. Is the Black community that profitable at the expense of how the world views them? Skit coming soon. And guess what? If people are looting and some of them happen to be black, they're bad people, not bad black people. Let's get that straight.
Okay, man. Hit dogs hollering like a motherfucker. He said, nigga, we just bailed my cousin out of LA County Jail. They lit the city up last night. You know nothing, little bro. He said, it's easy to understand, brother. These people are non-humans, soulless beasts, savages. They've shown the world who they've been since the beginning. But for some reason, some of us refuse to see it. Shit. How many likes I got, man? LA County is implementing a 6 p.m. curfew in areas impacted by the fires to prevent looting. But I feel like a well-armed populace and a stand your ground law would be more effective and better aligned with the American ethos. You don't see mass looting of hurricanes in Florida. Yes, you do, man. Yes, you do, man.
Bro, this is apocalypse in California. Bro, real life apocalypse in California. Everything is burning to the ground. You guys, it's like a zombie land. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Everything's burning to the ground, you guys. People left their cars. They left everything behind. Newscaster out. Man. If this ain't crazy, then what's crazy, you guys? Is the world coming to an end? Oh my God, look at the grocery store. Look at this shit, you guys. What the fuck? Oh my God. Real life apocalypse. Wow. The food market is burning down. Burns up. Everything's gone. What? The elementary school?
I ain't gonna lie. If I was a kid, man, I'd have been happy if my school burned down. That way we ain't got to go to school. Shit. I don't know. I don't know if this is looting. I don't know. I can't tell if that's really looting, man. Yeah. Yeah, that does just look like some people. He said these are not looters. It's their own stuff. They're moving across the street. Here's the video from across the street. Yeah, I don't think those are looters, man.
Not all the people there, but some of them. We're at 302 Pico, and people are lighting fires now. You can see they lit a fire. These guys, not all the people there, but some of those guys lit that fire, and they're actually, the trees caught fire, and then the palms are catching fire. So civilians are now lighting fires. down in the so-called, flats around Santa Monica, Venice. So be safe out there. Fire department's been dispatched. We don't have enough water to put this thing out, but we're supposedly on the way.
All units, information only in a possible arson suspects. 3506 Berry Drive. Seen about an hour ago. Suspects were 5 male unknown small builds. Wearing ski masks, black clothing on small mopeds. Incident 3603 or 1595.
They on mopeds, they on burritos, man.
We're at 302 Pico, and people are lighting fires now. You can see that lit.
All right, man. Let me see.
A 90-year-old woman was hit in the face after she and her son fell victim to a hit and run.
Well, they followed the hit and run driver, but were not prepared for what.
A 90-year-old punched in the face, man. A 90-year-old punched in the face, fam. Who we looking for here, man? Point the cops in the right direction, man. Come on, guys. Point the cops in the right direction, man. Be good citizens, man. Point the cops in the right direction, man. Salute to my man, Ike, man. Ike says, shout out to you, Ike. Last night's watermelon gate was epic. Yeah, man. Last night's show was great, man. Salute. Hit the like button, man. Support the channel. PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. The link is in the description. Link is in the description if you wanted to come up, man.
A 90-year-old woman was hit in the face after she and her son fell victim to a hit and run.
Well, they followed the hit and run driver, but were not prepared for what he dished out. ABC 13's Luke Jones is here with a story only on 13.
Yeah, not only did this guy refuse to exchange any information, they say he then tried stealing their minivan. I managed to get away with the car keys, and when the 90-year-old tried stopping him, that's when they say he delivered a closed fist punch.
We drive in the freeway.
The voice of a man not expecting any of the twists his drive home took Monday afternoon.
Somebody hit me.
First, a pickup truck slams into his minivan on the Southwest Freeway at West Park. It then strikes a second time on the passenger side, where his 90-year-old mother is sitting.
He hit me from the freeway and ran. I told the police, he hit me and ran.
They follow the truck to this parking lot on West Park, when the truck suddenly reverses.
And coming back very fast. And I moved quickly back.
Police say Avery Davis eventually emerges when he...
Oh, shit. Wait a second, man. Yo. 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 Look at that, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. The fuck? You think you slick, bro? You think you slick, man? You not slick. You ain't slick, man. Nah, man. You not slick, bro. Man, you can't get these. You can't trust none of these goddamn sun turds, man. Right under your nose, man.
And I move quickly back.
Police say Avery Davis eventually emerges. But when he starts reaching into his waistband,
maybe he got a gun.
The victim calls police. It's while he's still on the phone that he says Davis jumps into his minivan and rips his keys from the ignition.
Mama say, hey, don't get the key, don't get the keys.
Keys still in hand. The victim says Davis punches his mother in the face.
So a closed fist punch with the keys?
Yeah.
It takes police around 10 minutes to get here. Astoundingly, The victim says Davis waits around.
He asked me, give me my car insurance, give me my car insurance. You don't give me nothing. You drunk, you don't give me nothing.
When police show up, Davis is arrested and charged with aggravated robbery. They say they also found oxycodone on him and slap him with a drug charge. Despite all the trauma he's accused of putting this family through, they say they harbor no ill will.
I pray for him. I told my mom, he drunk.
Now, Davis has already posted his $31,000 bond and has since been released from jail. Eric?
What's going on?
What's up, nation? How you doing?
Everything's cool, man. Everything's cool. Let's see. Jeez.
Two students were playing today at the what's the name? The Orange Bowl.
Oh, who's in the Orange Bowl? You said Nebraska?
No, Notre Dame and Penn State. They were playing on it today.
Oh, who won that game?
Two of my students was there.
Who won the game?
Notre Dame.
Oh man,
Notre
Penn
Dame.
State, they never win the big game. Jesus Christ! Wow, what was the score?
27-24.
Oh, it was a barn burner, huh?
Yeah, it was a real close game. But I think Franklin shouldn't get fired because he made what's the name good, Vanderbilt, and that's a smart school. So, but they're on his ass though. They on his ass because those boosters they getting tired of it.
Yeah, they never closed the deal. Yeah, this is a big game for him. And he's got great recruits every year. Like he can recruit his ass off. I don't know what he tells them kids, but yeah, like you said, he got players to come to Vanderbilt. He's a great recruiter.
Yeah.
He's a great, but he this is the thing about it, like will the next guy be as good a recruiter as him? Because I mean it's still Penn State. Penn State recruits itself. So yeah, I mean, look, we'll see, man. I think he's on the hot seat. He's definitely on the hot seat. Wow. Shout out to Marcus Freeman, man. Half Filipino or some shit, half black.
Yeah, man. He's a Sun Tiger.
Yeah, Sun Tiger, man. And they're gonna try to say we were the first black coach that can win a championship. No, he's a Sun Tiger. He's a half fucking goddamn fucking tiger, man.
A man is charged in the case of a woman found dead and then stuffed into a garbage can. Officers discovered the victim's body in December. Stephanie Quirk live with just how investigators connected the dots here.
Yeah, Ted Mary, 57-year-old Johnny Williams is the man accused in this case. Prosecutors say he admitted to wheeling a garbage cart carrying the victim's body into an alley. But investigators say surveillance video shows he didn't do it alone.
I couldn't believe it. And today it's still like hard for me to believe.
It's been roughly a month since police discovered 40-year-old Maisha Moore shot and killed in Milwaukee.
I was shocked, like devastated.
For her loved ones, that past month was one without answers. But now, prosecutors have charged 57-year-old Johnny Williams in connection to the December 2nd homicide, when officers discovered Moore's body in an alley near 38th and Lloyd. Investigators say she was shot and stuffed into a garbage cart behind a church. Prosecutors say Williams admitted to wheeling Moore's dead body into an alley and leaving it there. He says he did that with another person who he did not identify to investigators.
I feel better about the situation that, someone was found.
Prosecutors say Williams intentionally caused her death by shooting her multiple times in the back. Less than an hour after he left the cart in the alley, prosecutors say someone tried to light it on fire. Court records show Williams has a lengthy criminal history in Wisconsin. Police arrested him Monday.
She was a child of God, so God is good.
As for Moore's family, the question's still...
God is good. Your kid was just brutally murdered and you're talking about God is good?
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. but nah.
She was dealing with this piece of shit. Like this is like her boyfriend or something. And God is good. It's the boyfriend God gave her.
Yeah, that's what I'm
History in
saying. Like,
Wisconsin.
Probably
Police.
You met him in church.
yeah. Hey, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Fuck.
Arrested him Monday.
She was a child of God, so God is good.
As for Moore's family, the question still remains why someone would do this.
She was a good person.
But their hope is this arrest will bring them one step closer to justice.
Maisha was loving. She was always happy, free-spirited. She would help anybody.
Now, Williams is charged with first-degree intentional homicide, party to a crime, and use of a dangerous weapon. At this point, it's unclear who Williams was with, who that other person Williams was with when the victim was killed. Milwaukee police says the investigation is still ongoing.
Milwaukee man now charged with shooting and killing a man who shot him. Eddie Ivy is charged with first-degree intentional homicide. He's accused of shooting and killing Dante Hargraves on December 30th near 27th and Capitol. The complaint says prosecutors say that Hargraves beat up and shot Ivy back in 2023. Investigators say Ivy followed him on December 30th on a bus before shooting him. In court today,
that was revenge, man. He ain't do nothing wrong, man. Caught that nigga that shot him, man.
Vigilante justice.
He couldn't wear that ass whooping.
Hell no, man. You shot and whooped his ass.
We begin tonight with that Wayne County government official and her husband now facing charges. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn.
Another black government official, man.
This one and well.
Wonder how much money she took. How much money she took for her trips.
We on to y'all, man. Blacks, man. Stop doing this shit. We anytime it's a black politician, man, we was gonna naturally investigate your ass, man, to see if something wrong, man. Support the channel, be PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, man. Support the channel, guys. We're doing a late night show, man, for the people, man. Make sure you support the channel. Let's see, man.
We begin tonight with that Wayne County government official and her husband now facing charges. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us tonight. 7 News Detroit has obtained the alarming surveillance video from inside a local gas station. It shows the official and her husband being arrested after an argument over a can of soda. That's according to police.
7 investigator Ross Jones is walking us through the hard-to-believe video and the charges the pair is now facing.
Thank you, sir.
It's just after midnight on New Year's Day at a BP gas station in Farmington Hills, where a man is seen buying a can of Mountain Dew. The man is Larry Bradford, the husband of Alicia Bradford, Wayne County's director of parks.
This is $1.99. Okay, I should have $8 candy change.
But Bradford's husband thinks he's being overcharged, that the clerk is adding tax to his $1.99 drink, which actually turns out to be a 10-cent bottle deposit fee. Before long, another customer standing behind Bradford begins to chime in, and tempers quickly flare.
There's no tax on pop. There is now. Huh? I said there is now. On groceries?
Oh, shit, white man. White man, why you say something? You don't say nothing when the black person is arguing with the person. You don't say nothing, man. You just mind your business, and you always agree with the black because the guy behind the counter, man, he not gonna do nothing to you. This person will kill you.
10-cent bottle deposit fee. Before long, another customer standing behind Bradford begins to chime in, and tempers quickly flare.
There's no tax on pop. There is now. Huh? I said there is now. On groceries? Well, he's got proof right there. Get in it. Ain't none of your business. Well, you get out, man. Who you talking to? You!
Quickly, the two begin fighting.
Two old men, man.
Man, that shit went
So
from
what's this
0 to
guy's
60.
See, that's the glider DNA. They gotta intervene and step up and do something.
Yeah, they gotta be right.
Yeah, they
That's why
always
so
try
many
to fix
die in
things.
war. That's why they die in
Yeah,
their war.
he's a fixer. He's a natural fixer, man.
Yeah, but there's things you can't fix. DNA's one of them.
I know, man. I know. RIP.
Huh? I said there is now. On groceries? Well, he's got proof right there in the receipt. Get in it. Ain't none of your business. Well, you get out, man. Who you talking to? You!
No, the white guy did kind of escalate it. He reached his hand out first. Watch.
Get in it. Ain't none of your business. Well, you get out.
He tapped. Yeah, he broke the personal space first. That white guy did infringe on his personal space first.
Huh? I said there is now. On groceries? Well, he's got proof right there in the receipt. Get in it. Ain't none of your business. Well, you get out, man. Who you talking to? You!
Quickly, the two begin fighting. At one point, Bradford can be seen using the can of Mountain Dew to strike the other customer. After a few seconds, Bradford leaves the store only to return with a loaded 9mm handgun pointed at the other customer.
Please. Please.
Wow.
Say you sorry. I apologize, sir.
Seconds later, Bradford's wife.
Should have just took his money while you were at it.
Right, man. This is crazy. He came back in there
to strike the other customer. After a few seconds, Bradford leaves the store only to return with a loaded 9mm handgun pointed at the other customer.
Definitely don't bring the knife in there.
Say you sorry. I apologize, sir.
Seconds later, Bradford's wife Alicia enters the store holding a gun of her own.
Holy
We argue.
Holy
What
shit.
the fuck? This shit is DNA.
This is what happens when you give the son man control, when you give him power. Jeez, this Negroes and Negro land inside a generation.
Yo, for real. For real.
Yeah. They did justice right on the spot, man. He got his sentence right there. A slap upside the head, man.
Yeah.
Apology and a slap upside the head. We sentence you to
The store only to return with a loaded 9mm handgun pointed at the other customer.
Please. Please. Say you sorry. I apologize, sir.
Seconds later, Bradford's wife Alicia enters the store holding a gun of her own.
What happened? We argued. He came at me. What happened?
With her gun still in her hand, Alicia Bradford says she saw the man push her husband out of the store and asks if he tried to rob him.
I'm going to stand up and look for your No, you're going to stay down there. You're going to stay down there. This is ridiculous. You're going to attack you for what? Because we argued. What were you arguing about? The price of pop. What did that have to do with you? I did it.
At one point, according to police, Bradford's husband can be heard threatening to kill the man.
I should kill you. Hey, I can do something to you.
I should kill you.
Man, these people, they should not be running shit. They shouldn't even be working. They shouldn't even be opening the door for McDonald's.
I should kill you for this, man.
These people are insane.
Hey, I promise he's defending this till this day right now as we speak.
Wow.
Dude, I did it.
At one point, according to police, Bradford's husband can be heard threatening to kill the man.
I should kill you. Hey, I can do something to you.
Alicia Bradford would call police, but when they arrived, it was Bradford and her husband who were both arrested. Later that day, the Oakland County prosecutor charged both with assault with a dangerous weapon and felony firearm. Wayne County Executive Warren Evans suspended Bradford without pay. It is not Bradford's first brush with controversy while working for the county.
Do you find it to be a conflict that your daughter was getting contracts from the department you oversee?
If it was conflict and it was disclosed, it was conflict, although I did not disclose it formally.
Back in 2019, we revealed how
Yo.
Did you find it to be a conflict that your daughter was getting contracts from the department you oversee?
If it was conflict and it was disclosed, it was conflict, although I did not disclose it formally.
Back in 2019, we revealed how Bradford got into trouble after her stepdaughter collected more than $10,000 in county contracts from her own department. Bradford said she disclosed their relationship informally, but the county executive suspended her for 15 days.
There was an error on my part, and I encountered the repercussions from that.
Well, I did reach Alicia Bradford by phone yesterday. She declined comment on these charges, along with Wayne County Executive Warren Evans. Wayne County Commission Chairwoman Alicia Bell told me she was shocked to learn about the charges against Bradford and said the allegations against her are uncharacteristic, calling her professional and a hard worker. Bradford and her husband received $50,000 personal bonds and are next due in court on January 13th. Obviously, we couldn't show you all the surveillance video. It is on our website right now at WXYZ.com. But just that escalated very quickly, just around 12:30 in the morning on New Year's Day, and it's tough to watch.
Thank goodness no weapons were fired, but that is very
been worse,
tough to watch. It could have been.
Yeah.
Thank you for reporting on it, Ross.
Wow.
Damn.
Some people down bad.
Almost died over a soda.
The fatigue should be at massive scales.
You're very low, man. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Not you. Record.
Late this afternoon, we were able to get our hands on this document right here in front of you. We've blown it up for obvious reasons. 8 pages detailing what police know in the double murder and kidnapping case of a foster family in Washtenaw County. It also reveals a potential motive in a case that's made headlines across the country at this point. Let's get out to Erica Erickson tonight, live for us. Erica, you've had some time to go through these documents. What'd you find today?
Well, first of all, I can tell you the details are nothing short of disturbing, gruesome, and absolutely heartbreaking. Because when you go through this, you realize that this 9-year-old, the couple's 9-year-old, this entire time witnessed almost all of it from about 20 feet away.
Don't lie and say had my child around a death.
Just days after this outburst, we're learning even more chilling details about what Northfield Township Police say went down inside this home on Nowler Bend Road New Year's Day, and why. Detective Sergeant Jason Roberts in this swear-to hearing revealing the horror that foster parents Jenny and Jeffrey Bernard had to endure, along with their 4-year-old foster.
Adopted a little black girl, man. God damn it. And the parents came back to the parents came back to get her and shit. At their parents was looking for and trying to retrieve their daughter from foster care, man. Tortured and killed these people, man.
Her child, their 9-year-old daughter, and her grandfather, Steve Smith. Police say that foster girl's biological mother, Siobhan Vincent, in an attempt to get her child back from the Bernards, went to the home with Keith Finley and Greg Callahan, all armed with guns.
She got a black woman that looked like this can find 2 Negroes to come throw their lives in the fucking goddamn garbage disposal.
Yeah, but you said that a long time ago. You said that that's very easy for a son woman. Look at them. They look like they just gonna grab her son, just so they can go back and sell it.
Peanut cheese and shit.
Man, that's their superpower, man. To be able to always find some nigga to throw his life away for them. The simp. These are the worst simps. We talk about the simps that let the girl run over him and shit, or take bitches on dates and shit. Like, this is the real simps in the black community, man.
Yep.
The worst type.
These guys are done. I'm talking about they're done. Their lives, they'll never see the outside of a prison cell.
I don't think they give a shit.
They don't.
Salute to Big Larry.
Especially the dude in the middle.
They do. Let me tell you now, they do. They do. No one wants to be in jail. Do they not care, or is it like, fuck this shit? You know what I'm saying? I do this time standing on my head. Yeah, there's that. But trust me, they do not want to be in jail. No one wants to be in jail. They want to be free. But she said, come with me to get my child. They got my child. They got my child.
Right, yeah, hold on. Let me bring my hacksaw.
They trying to eat my kids, or they molesting her or some shit. Right, you know, and then they're like, all right, come on. I mean, because you got to understand, a lot of dudes is just a second away from doing that, man. I've been there where I've been around black women, and I was the guy that, you know, that was on hand, like, yo, come with me, man. These bitches talking shit. Or something happened, man. These bitches, come with me, drive with me over here. And it's like, yeah, and then you just go. And then it turns into fucking a double homicide and shit. Now you're in fucking prison for the rest of your life. Luckily for me, the times it never, like, we never got killed by the people we went to go see, or never killed them or nothing like that. But this is very common behavior. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like that deep to where they're like, man, I want to go to prison. It's like they probably just think they're going to handle some shit and then go back home that night. You know what I mean? Rough some people up, get the child, and dip or something.
Right.
First, according to the testimony, stealing the couple's phones and forcing them to transfer money from their bank accounts. Then pistol whipping and shooting Jeffrey in the chest and face and Jenny in the head, killing her in front of the 9-year-old. Police say after shooting all three and killing Jenny and Steve, the trio kidnapping the foster child and the victim's child and even the victim's dog before running.
So they had their own kid. These people had their own child.
Damn.
And they had a child, and they adopted the black girl. They had their own child, they adopted the black girl, and their dad lived there. These niggas came and killed the dad, killed the wife in front of their own kid, the two kids, and they kidnapped both of the kids.
Yo, this is just insane.
After shooting all three and killing Jenny and Steve, the trio kidnapping the foster child and the victim's child and even the victim's dog before running to Ypsilanti. Detective Sergeant Roberts says
I was in Ypsilanti when I was in when I went to South Bend. I drove through Ypsilanti, man. That's the nigga part of like South Bend. Like that's
South
Negro
Bend,
Negro land. Ypsilanti,
yeah,
Negro land.
Told police she went to the home to, quote, protect her daughter and to prevent these people from ever harming another child again. But it gets worse. The swear-to reveals police tracking the suspects hiding out near Vincent's mother's home. Vincent, Finley, Callahan, all arrested. But Vincent, who records show, has a roughly 20-year history of crime, from
This bitch has a 20-year history of crime.
Bad news.
theft to assaulting and obstructing police and even firefighters, to drugs, to even bomb threats, spanning Michigan and Virginia, even alleged crimes committed while pregnant. Vincent, prosecutors say, last week not going down without a fight.
Spit on one of the officers, had a weapon on her, was trying to get to the weapon after they had her in custody.
And it gets even worse. The most disgusting details. Testimony revealing when questioned, Callahan told police the trio planned to sell the victim's 9-year-old little girl, seen here, for money.
Oh shit! I already called that.
Damn. I mean, think about this white couple. Their life was probably so perfect. Look at how perfect their life was. They let's adopt. You know what, hun? What she do? She adopted some nigger kid from the goddamn puppy pound. And he's probably like, "Are you sure about that, honey?" Yeah, let's adopt a little nigger kid from the puppy pound.
We'll give them the best life they'll ever know.
Salute to Don Wrinkles, man. So 3 son words body slam a harmless tiger by cracking open the contents of his soft noggin, causing fatal damage to his brain, then proceed to split the contents of one wallet in one phone 3 ways again. Yeah, that's how it works out sometimes, man. Jesus Christ, man. Shout out to Don Wrinkles, man. What's up, Crook County?
Yo, it was good, man. Some people had a hell of a Tuesday, man. See that shit, man? That shit was crazy, man.
You talking about this last story?
Yeah. Like, goddamn, bro, that's fucked up. No good deed goes unpunished when you fucking with the sun. I tell you that.
Nope.
Yeah,
What's
like
going on?
think about like how perfect their life was, man. Like sometimes, listen, and this is something that's in the 48 Laws of Power. And this is something I struggle with too, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I struggle with this all the time. Sometimes you just leave well enough alone, man. You know what I mean? Like you got a beautiful family. You know, you live in this beautiful neighborhood in the suburbs of Washita County. You know, you're taking trips.
Yeah,
you
to
live with your
volunteer to cross paths with these people is just insane, bro. I do my most to like avoid these fucking people. They volunteered to make these people appear in their lives. That shit fucked up, man.
That's very fucked up.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
wicked
sure
to say,
they
at least
never.
they're not racist, though.
That's true. True indeed. That is true. But I'm sure they never in a million years imagined this would have happened. But this is why you stay away from them, because unimaginable things can happen, because like this is a lot. But now your daughter, they went from this to he's laying on the floor bleeding out. She's shot in the head dead. Her dad's shot on the floor dead. And this girl is in a fucking car headed to fucking the goddamn hood to be fucking sold to some fucking ape with these three people.
Yo, that is the quickest fucking upside down life situation. It happened fast too. I know that 9-year-old, she can't even fucking remember the steps to that shit, bro. She probably so traumatized, bro.
And her body's gonna what they call it, repress those thoughts and shit.
Yeah. Look, but she don't supposed to have no biases though.
Yeah. She don't get to be racist.
What she say? That's a passive aggression. She can't show no passive aggression. She gonna get lectured. This girl gonna end up going to Michigan State or some shit, joining corporate America and be lectured about how black people are not all bad, and you know you just gotta give them a chance.
She's gonna be showing microaggressions and shit.
Yeah. All she gonna be saying is her dad shot in the fucking head from doing a good deed, and her mama laid out, and this motherfucker herself getting traded for probably fucking $200 or some shit.
Jeez.
Oh, you gliders don't have a chance.
I'm telling you, man. Like, I mean, like, who do you think the idea was to adopt the little black girl for the puppy pound?
It's the dude, bro. Look at him. Look at those eyes. Look at those glasses, man.
It was the woman. Nah, it was the woman.
I say the woman.
I'm voting for the woman.
I would say the woman too.
Guess what, y'all? We'll never know because they ass dead.
Yeah.
Shit, we can find out. He survived. He survived. The man
I thought
survived.
both died.
No, he got shot, but he survived.
Oh, okay. Well, at least somebody
the father.
Yeah, the father survived. Her dad's dead, and she's dead.
Man. I bet she's gonna still take that adopted black child.
Did they do an interview with him afterwards?
Nah, we didn't get no interview, man. Hey. Hold it down for me, guys. I'll be right back.
Damn.
Did y'all see that 49ers?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
We
Good done. What's up with you?
Did y'all see the 49ers?
What you about to say, Kurt?
The 49ers wide receiver. Did y'all see what he said today?
What did he say?
What did he say? What happened?
That he forgives the little son that shot him and he want to meet him.
And my God. What? Of course.
Yeah. And he can't he can't judge him because he don't know the way he grew up, and he probably never
Who
had
gives
someone
a
that say he
fuck?
loves
These
him and
motherfucking
cared about
gliders,
him
bro.
and shit.
I don't give a fuck how he grew up.
Only
If he
reason
shot him,
why
Yeah, he's good. You say he's
he is
lying?
around sons though, because
Yeah. Nah, he
he's
woke.
a
He's
yeah,
around
because he's
black
around
people
sons.
all
He went to
day.
Florida. Yeah, he
Huh?
went to Florida, so you
Yeah.
know he's around a lot of sons.
Yeah, yeah.
hell yeah.
So he probably don't he listen to rap music. He probably sits here and has to mute the N-word and shit. So
He crazy as hell. Ain't no way.
For real.
That motherfucker, he tried to kill you, bro. He shot you in your chest.
in the chest,
You're lucky it was on
Wait,
the
that's a
other
glider
side.
who got shot? He's a
it
glider.
was a glider,
Ricky
yeah.
Purcell.
Yeah. A glider receiver. You know what I'm saying? He already in the NFL as a receiver.
And he shot him in the chest? Damn.
Probably caught a
Right.
touchdown in week 17.
Yeah, he caught one.
I don't expect nothing less though.
It's goddamn shame. Just out of control, man.
Everything's out of control. I mean, I just find it. I find it funny just watching the world burn. Like you see what's going on with out there in LA, and it's funny because when this happened, all I was thinking to myself is, ain't nobody gonna get any answers. Nobody. The only thing that they're gonna get is some way to kind of blame Trump for this. But you're not gonna get any answers, and you got even less of answers. But it's just
Yeah,
crazy
this
that
one
it
was
just seems
different,
that
bro. This one was
what's that?
like, I said, this one was even worse than I expected. For her not to
Yeah.
have a statement after being on a plane, being
Yeah.
briefed for however long, what is that, like a 14-hour flight? You couldn't think of shit to say?
Yeah. I
For
mean,
real.
when I think about this DEI thing, this is a strategic plan, all while they're letting out all the criminals. I mean, I've been sitting here listening to Op, since Kevin Samuels was alive. So we're talking about 2021. I've seen how they have been releasing the criminals, how they've been pushing the migrants, how they have been laying off the police. It's steady sitting here trying to confiscate guns. It's all and then and then when you add DEI on top of it, it's like they're literally just trying to suck the fabric out of America, what they have left of it. And then the DEI, it's like they didn't brought in people that are just completely not skilled at all. The only thing they're skilled in is to not answer any questions. As a matter of fact, whenever you answer questions, they're going to sit here and tell you how your question is triggering. So it's like they have literally controlled. They have literally controlled. It's like it's a silence campaign. They fuck the world up while telling you shit, while telling you everything's fine, and it just continues to
Hey,
go
who do
and
you
go.
think the they is? Who is the they for you?
Oh,
Where's
come on,
Fisherman?
man. You say who's man? Shoot, you know how I am. I'm like, E. Michael Jones. E. Michael Jones,
No.
just say Jew.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
Just to be clear.
we already know.
But I'm, of course, we're here on OG, so it's no reason to talk about it. But I understand as a matter of fact, if Fisherman was here, I'd like to kind of ask him questions about this whole Greenland thing, this expansion and talking about taking Canada and Greenland and the Panama Canal and all that.
All
Because
that
the way that
bullshit.
I'm looking at it, because I know what Israel is doing. I know that they already seized the territory that they got, and it's almost like that's making America comfortable enough and saying, well, since y'all secured y'all stuff, we're gonna go ahead and try and secure our stuff. Create
I mean,
our own
that Panama Canal shit is that's basically like, I mean, we did that shit. Like, you know, we built that, and a lot of Americans died doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like blowing shit up back in the. They had to literally blow up that entire fucking all that land and shit with explosives and shit.
Right.
America maintained that. They built it, they maintained it, and they were the only ones basically protecting it and all the other shit. And
Yeah, but I
now,
believe now China got it.
right
China,
now, yeah, China got like soldiers protecting it, but they're not maintaining it. It's like 40 years behind on maintenance and all this other shit. And Panama can't afford it. Jimmy Carter
yeah,
gave
but
them that Panama Canal for $1 because he was
Yeah.
trying to virtue signal and say that America's not about imperialism and all this other bullshit. So they're taxing the shit out of us to go through it for trading and all the other shit when we the ones that built the shit. Now y'all letting China kind of take it. So
but they're letting China take everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
they're selling out the country.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy because in other countries, like in Mexico, you can't even, if you're not a Mexican born, you can't even get within fucking, what is it, 500 fucking miles of a fucking ocean property. But we
Right.
out here just giving shit away. You can't
Yeah.
even own shit. Like in Africa and all the other places in Africa, you can't even be a business owner.
Well,
Like,
actually in Africa, you can actually own land. You know, owning land out there is cheap. But the thing is that my whole red pill moment is realizing, especially whenever Elon, you know, went full mad king and just started banning all the accounts or whatever. It kind of let me realize that it doesn't really matter who it is. It doesn't really matter if it's the Democrats or if it's the Republicans, using that in air quotes. They're planning on replacing the citizens, you know. I guess Democrats, we would have been replaced with Mexicans. With the Republicans, we're going to be replaced with Indians. And so it's almost like the same agenda. It seems like with Republicans, the best that we can get is transparency. You know, they're not going to sit here and just do the shit that they do, like how the left does, and then just sit here and say they don't have any answers. They might do it, but nah, there's just going to be people in their face holding them accountable. They're going to be holding Trump accountable. It doesn't really matter. So,
Yo,
you know,
but
and
why
then
the
these people want to be like,
fuck does Trump want Greenland? What the fuck
he
is that
he
gonna
wants
do?
Greenland. He wants Greenland because of this, like, it's a stronghold in the Arctic. It's the biggest island, whatever it is, and they got a lot of resources. And he can drill. He can get all the fucking. We can get a lot of natural resources from Greenland.
it
Greenland
does a
only got
lot
like,
for tech. It does a lot for the tech industry.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
also only like 40,000 people there, and a lot of that shit not even habitable because of like the ice and shit. So
Yeah.
he can really go, like, America can go crazy on that island, bro.
We could, because we got, you know, Greenland they don't have the resources to get the stuff out, but we do.
No, but we do. We got the money
Yeah.
for it.
Okay.
So it
So
makes
pretty
sense.
much, I'm thinking. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was saying it makes sense to go for it because I'm tired of fucking all these other countries like acting as if like they can fucking run some shit. What the fuck can Denmark do to us but talk shit? Like, if we
Well,
want
I mean,
Greenland, we
Denmark
take
won't do
Greenland.
anything.
Like,
You
but they
know,
talking shit as if like we don't fucking, like, we can't go over there and just take that shit. They let
No.
China set up over there too.
Well, yeah. So it's going to be just about making a deal, you know, and I think that they'll do. But the thing is that when it came to the whole Greenland thing, I personally believe that this was this because you know Israel's our greatest ally, and Israel's pretty much working their they have already they're fully installed their destabilization of northern Africa and things like that. So they're gonna get their territory. They're gonna get their they're gonna be like the main dope boy out there. So it's like America, and now Trump is saying, well, we can do it too now. But I still don't think that this is the Greenland thing. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how reliable it is going to be, but I think in due time they'll agree on something.
Yeah, but we're gonna have pushback because that's somebody's country. You know, like
That's it's not. It's like Denmark is they basically own it right now.
Yeah.
But they're not. What they're doing to Greenland is basically dumping a whole bunch of illegal Muslim countries and shit in Greenland because they don't want them in Denmark. So they just disrespecting the shit out of Greenland right now. So the Greenland motherfucking people don't want to be a part of Denmark anymore.
Isn't Greenland up for sale or something like that?
No, it's not up for sale right now. Trump said he wants it though.
Yeah.
Like he wants
so, and even when it comes to that, I mean, I believe that there's like a lot of things that got to go right in Congress for talks like that. That's why I don't think this is just going to be a solution that's just going to be dealt with in a year. It's going to take a lot of time because there's going to be a lot of people. He's going to have a lot of opposition, but I believe that the opposition is going to be within. There's going to be maybe some Democrats or maybe a few Republicans that are going to be kind of like against it. And, and of course, if Israel says no, then you best believe this shit will be dead on arrival. But I don't think Israel will say no because they're going to get a piece of that pie too.
Crazy. Now he's talking about taking that land, but the people there might be like, nah, we don't want to give it up.
Yeah,
they don't have a say so because they don't own it.
Yeah, if these people like, I understand your point when if we're talking about Canada or the Panama
we ain't
Canal.
taking Canada. We're not taking.
Well, of course we're not. We're not going to take Canada, but
that's a joke. But Greenland, he
yeah.
getting that shit, and he want that Panama Canal too.
Yeah, see the Panama Canal. I think that'll be a little tough. I just have that feeling that it's not going to be easy. The Greenland, I think that's going to be a little easier. I think that they'll get something done under the table, but Panama Canal, I question that.
All right, let me move along, man. RIP to this family, man. Jeez, man. Well, yeah, let me get to the story I wanted to cover tonight, man. The main event, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat, man. Take your chance, your opportunity to support the channel, guys. Bringing you this news early in the morning time, man. Getting educated by the panel, man. Let's see. Damn, where's this at? Man, hit that PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat, man. Support the goddamn channel, man. Where's that? There's that story that I wanted to cover. Maybe it's on this other channel. Maybe it's on this other one. Hold on, that's not it.
In tonight's Crime Alert, Memphis police are looking for the man they say is responsible for a shooting outside a fast food restaurant in the medical district. Police believe the man seen in this surveillance video shot another man outside the Church's Chicken at Poplar and Pauline around 8 Sunday night. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The gunman was last seen driving away in a blue sedan, possibly a Nissan. You're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH if you have.
So it's on this channel. I know that much.
That's Quantavious, man.
Definitely Quantavious, man. Jamarius. Let's see. What is that story? Here it is, right here.
Out on is desperate answers. Shot and killed on New Year's Eve here in Memphis. Stanford mother is desperate for answers after her son was shot and killed on New Year's Eve here in Memphis. Now, making matters even worse, the man accused of killing him was out on a reduced bond at the time of the shooting. As WRG's Jarita Patterson reports, the family says they now feel victimized by both the accused gunman, who is still on the run, and the court system.
Pictures can tell a story. Pictures also preserve memory, like the time in 1998 when this family gathered around the Christmas tree. Sadly, those shared memories are all that's left for this family.
Well, I got a phone call, but they wouldn't share the news over the phone call. And they came and wanted to notify me in person.
Detectives told Kimberly Brown her son, Charles Sakala, affectionately known as Charlie, was gunned down at a home along Maple Leaf Cove in southeast Memphis on New Year's Eve. This mother desperately wanted to know more.
I'm Googling it and I'm looking to figure out which story it was. There's so many stories, Jarita. I don't know which one is his story.
Niggas be killing, huh? You just figured that out. She couldn't even find her son's story, man.
She should have just went to the gun memorial, man. She needs to figure this shit out.
Hey, she would have done good going to the gun memorial.
White man killed by a thug. She looked it up and it was so many stories, man.
Hey, and she only made her search 24 hours.
Jesus Christ. Oh shit, man. So she definitely voted for Kamala. Like, I mean, 1,000%. 1,000% voted for Kamala.
Definitely.
What she, along with her daughter and Charlie's big sister, Heather Herring, learned is a man wanted in connection with the homicide is this man, Kobe Hope, who now has a warrant out for his arrest. Charlie's family also learned Hope, who was arrested December 22nd and charged with aggravated assault for allegedly threatening a woman with a gun, is no stranger to the court system. After his December arrest, a bond of $100,000 was recommended for several reasons, one of which is because he was already out on bond. A judge reduced the $100,000.
Hold on. So they gave him a bond because he was already out on bond when he did the aggravated assault. That makes no fucking sense.
For real.
Oh, that's crazy.
What the fuck?
Wait, he had just got arrested for aggravated assault with a handgun on the 22nd, and then he killed the glider on the 31st.
No, hold on. Let me play it again.
Arrest. Charlie's side is this man, Kobe Hope, who now has a warrant out for his arrest. Charlie's family also learned Hope, who was arrested December 22nd and charged with aggravated assault for allegedly threatening a woman with a gun, is no stranger to the court system.
That was his last charge, the 22nd.
After his December arrest, a bond of $100,000 was recommended for several reasons, one of which is because he was already out on bond.
So he was out on bond when he aggravatedly assaulted the woman on the 22nd. And then he got another bond for this. So he's out on two bonds when he killed the white man.
Yeah, so they saying his December arrest. Shit, what about the December murder? Shit, he got arrested in December. Well, he didn't get arrested, but he did. Okay, I get it. Whatever.
Yikes.
And they talk about racism. It's actually the opposite. Anything a black person says, it's the opposite. That's just how you gotta live life.
Yeah. So is the opposite.
A judge reduced the $100,000 recommended bond to $75,000, which Hope paid and walked free, only to allegedly shoot and kill Charlie 5 days later.
And they're just letting them back out on the street.
She racist. She's talking about them.
Yeah, them. What you mean them? That's the story now, that you use them. Use the word them. That's the whole story. 99% of the conversation needs to be about you using the word them. Shit. This fucking guy.
Look at Charlie, man. Charlie look like a
They're
great
just
guy.
letting them.
Yeah, like, I mean, what the fuck was he doing in the same orbit with that fucking sun turd?
And killed Charlie 5 days later.
And they're just letting them back out on the streets. You
It's
know,
reckless. Leaving Charlie's sister wanting to let those donning the black robe understand how one decision can change many lives.
showing kindness to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. And I hope that he never forgets the heartache that he has caused our family.
A family struggling to understand how Charlie, who served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan, could lose his life back here at home.
It's almost like it's a battleground here right now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
A little more than a week after the deadly shooting, and Charlie's family is still struggling, understandably, to get used to a difficult new norm. A new norm that means their loved one will never again walk through the front door at the house he once called a home. Sadly, Charlie will never have the chance to sit at his favorite spot at the dinner table.
We have turned into the soldiers to fight for him because God says that he puts his strongest soldiers into battle.
His family, however, says they will never stop fighting for justice. For your news leader,
I've been taught forgiveness.
Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
Well, you can certainly understand their pain and frustration. By the way, we have reached out to the judge who the family is saying reduced Kobe Hope's bond. We'll let you know if or when we hear back.
Kobe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's frustrating, man.
Police are searching for.
Yeah.
Like just okay, like I understand if gliders don't want to like unanimously label sons as like fucking gorillas because they're scared of being called racist or whatever, but like come on, man, like at the very least can you just be like, all right, there's like some element of danger, or like just
Right,
just
at
some
least
amount of
get these
common
guys.
sense, you know?
Yeah, right. They won't even
Like
get these guys.
just be honest about it. It's just, like even in the most respectful nature, like just be honest about the fact that the two populations are just not the same, or else you're gonna get your son getting shot. So it's just like, what are we doing here?
They forgive him already, so it's cool.
Yeah, they do, don't they? They do.
You can't care more than them shit. They forgive him already. They'll probably fucking beg for the fucking judge this time. The same judge that reduced this shit probably gonna get his trial. Be like, please don't give him a death penalty, please.
Yeah, give him a third bond.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, definitely, man.
Bond. You know what they should do? They should adopt one of his kids.
Oh shit. That's how you pay for it.
Wow. Unbelievable, man.
Police are searching for a second suspect in the murder of a beloved grandmother. A 16-year-old is already locked up, accused of the disturbing crime. First at 4, Angie Rodriguez spoke to the 74-year-old's neighbors in Cleveland Heights just about this heartbreaking case.
She had called me that Friday night, and she asked me would I take her to work Sunday morning. And then I wake up Sunday morning, and this.
Over the weekend, John Forte heard multiple gunshots outside of his Cleveland Heights home, but he would have never imagined what happened next.
I saw her side door wide open, and I knew immediately that something wasn't right.
This is the home where 74-year-old Edith Moore was shot and killed. She's described by her neighbors as kind and caring, and this is the yard where she would see her grandkids play. She was found in her home, shot in the head, while an 18-year-old also found at the scene is still recovering from his gunshot wounds. Police aren't saying whether that 18-year-old is a suspect in the case or a relative of Moore's. But as we wait for the answers to that question, take a good look at your screen. Cleveland Heights police now looking for this man, 23-year-old Amin Walker, in connection to the crime.
I don't have no love for the people that got her killed like that. I don't. And that guy, I hope his mother still love him because I hope the rest of the world hate him.
Meanwhile, a 16-year-old has already been arrested and is currently in custody, facing charges of murder and aggravated robbery charges.
People say, well, they young kids when you do grown people stuff, you're not a child anymore.
If you have
Yeah, this
Hey,
ain't grown people stuff though. This is evil. This is
Yeah, no,
evil
it's
stuff.
evil.
yeah, that's some evil shit. He
And
said he
she
ain't got
looked
no
pretty
love
good
for
for a
the dude.
74-year-old.
Hey, we should do a test, man, with that dude, man. When he get arrested, if it was any type of, saying takedown or something that looks like excessive force, we should show him that video of the
Yeah.
killer getting arrested and be like, man, how does this make you feel? He gonna be
Man,
like,
they ain't
man,
had to
this
do all that.
they
I
ain't had to
mean,
do all
he
that,
did,
man.
he did kill my 82-year-old grandmother, but I mean, damn, man, he deserved his day in court.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, the only reason, and I respect him for at least saying this much, but the only reason he's saying that probably is because it was somebody that he knew that was affected.
Yeah,
Other
that's a
than
good
that,
point.
yeah, other than that, we do not be trying to call these people out and say that they should get hurt and they should be dealt. Like we just, it's disgusting.
The
Yo,
I get
tone,
his
the
brother.
tone be different. The tone be like it's man, the most I ever heard a nigga say about one of these pieces of shit is call him a coward.
Hey,
right.
hey, we gotta get this guy, we gotta get his brother a lot more credit, man. At least we see his face and we ain't seeing no gym shoes.
That's
Yeah, that's
facts.
true. He put
That
his
part.
He
Yeah.
put his face on this shit. Hey, I respect
Yeah.
him. Fuck it.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect it. Hey, yo, Ak, I just learned your man Taz Exclusives is surprisingly woke. Did you know that?
No, I knew that. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
was
God, I
on a
didn't know
panel
that.
with
Oh
them
yeah,
arguing. I was
yeah.
on a panel on O'Shea. Remember O'Shea used to have those panels on his channel?
Yeah, yeah.
He was on the panel, he was arguing about crime statistics, and and he was just like, I was shocked. I mean, we were like literally going back and forth. And he got that raspy voice, and he was like defending, like he was like trying to act like he ain't no. He a street dude. One thing about Taz
Yeah.
though, he's 6'7". He is street guy. He and it's just mind-boggling how street guys could be like that, man. How they act like they don't know about the crime, but he is a very intelligent guy though, man. I give him that. Besides that aspect, man, the brother, I watched a ton of his videos throughout the years, man. He did an expose on Obama and the homosexual stuff that Obama brought, all the legislation and shit.
Mhm.
That shit was amazing, man. So yeah, man, salute to him, man. And he's
Hey.
great YouTuber. But I've gone toe to toe with him on a panel about that in like
Okay.
2019. It was like 2018 or 2019. So I know, yeah.
Well, you got to keep in mind, like I would say, 99% of street sons are they're like culture sons. That's how they think about it.
What you
They
mean?
gotta save
Like
Keisha.
they think it's
Save
all a
Keisha at all
culture
costs.
or a proximity issue, and it's white supremacy or the remnants of it, at least. All that bullshit.
Yeah. Excuses. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard to be a conservative son when you're around dangerous, low IQ element of the community,
Yeah.
right? Like you
Yeah.
can't be around goddamn Keisha and Monquavius talking about like, yeah, we need stiffer sentences and we need more cops and shit.
Fuck no. That's like inviting like just straight up violence towards you.
Yeah, low key.
They're gonna resent you and shit. And when they resent you, I've been around. Listen, I talk the same way I do around everybody. So I've been resented by sons, man, and they resent you, and it comes out another. Like sons can't. When sons resent you, they can't help, like, because we don't have gratification deferment, and we don't have self-control. So even if we don't like express it verbally, we're gonna express it in every other way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sons just they stay on code, man. They stay on code with that shit, and they have an elevated the thug or the street element has a status in the community that they shouldn't want to give up. Like they're revered. The only way in a black community as a teenager you can be anybody. Like I'm talking about anybody of renown. You know what I'm saying? Is to be a problem child or a thug or a wayward teen. There's no teen or athlete. Now, if you're an athlete, yeah, you can you know
I was
what
about
I'm
to
saying,
say
that. But
athlete. Yeah.
yeah, but like just a regular kid that's 4.0 student, 3.5 student in the fucking engineering program at your school or the STEM program at your school, dating a good girl and pants pulled up and looking at 15 fucking great schools recruiting you to come for academic scholarship. Nobody in that fucking community even knows you exist. You could get on TV, they're like, who is that? Yeah, girl, he from such and such. For real?
I know he went there.
Then they'd be like, oh, he Marquavius. Remember all Marquavius who used to bang down, who used to be the man down such and such street? That's his little cousin. Oh, okay. Then
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They know
That's
him
it.
through the thug niggas in his family.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you can't. I don't think that can really be changed. I do think that is kind of a bell curve thing because, like, you kind of got to understand, right? Like, if you have a son who becomes a doctor, he's 1 out of 100. If you have a glider who becomes a doctor, he's like, there's many more of them as a percentage of the glider population. So it doesn't like create this kind of like crab in a bucket mentality. Like, if most sons are going to be pissed the fuck off at like the 1 or 2 guys that are able to, actually, have an IQ of like 110 plus and like do well for themselves. And like, so
I don't even think it's necessarily that. It's just just ignoring them. Like
I don't think they matter.
Yeah, they don't even have to be jealous of you, like, because they're not jealous of you. They're not jealous of that. Right. Like, you don't have.
They got the street cred.
Yeah, right. they the ones that's popular. You don't have nothing there's nothing to be jealous of. So it's Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like when the black dude gets his degree, his MD or whatever, he's an MD. There's no celebration. But Pookie, when he comes home from jail, oh my god, like why would the doctor? What would you be jealous of? He gets nothing.
So you're saying that like they like if any of these high performing sons, like if they get gunned down or killed or robbed, it's got really nothing to do with jealousy. It's just kind of how things work, and I'm just looking too much into it.
Yeah, the good ones don't really get. You mean gunned down and robbed by a thug?
By other sons, yeah.
Oh no, no one cares.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone care. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't get a T-shirt. He won't get a T-shirt.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, exactly.
He won't get a vigil with 80,000 niggas out there with balloons and shit. That dude, it ain't gonna be no vigil for him. He just gonna.
Is real quiet.
Nobody knows him.
Yeah, nobody knows him.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it makes sense.
The type of people that know him would not do a vigil with balloons.
Well, tell me this though. Like, isn't it like kind of a common trope for one of these like Carlton sons to like complain that they're called white and are kind of harassed by other son people in the hood, or is that just them talking? Like, just kind of making it up.
It depends. Like for instance, that guy who's called white is probably usually in school setting because he's not outside with the sons. He ain't hanging on the block. It's maybe in a school setting. You know what I'm saying? And it may be early on because later on he's not going to probably be in the school with those. He's probably even going to go to a better school or he's going to be in a different class, gifted and talented or something like that. And he's going to probably be an athlete. He's going to have activities where he's not going to be around the sons. You know what I'm saying? Like most sons. School is a social setting. You know what I'm saying? School
That's
is
true.
Nothing to do with academics. So like he's probably going to be, you know what I'm saying, in a different sector of the school or in a different school, and it's going to be the being called white for being smart probably happened in like elementary school type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So so they're mostly on like segregated paths, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then the only jealousy, I mean, if there is any, it would just be like in the immediate family. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It wouldn't go outside the immediate family. Yeah, like, oh yeah, this is the doctor cousin, and so like it may be internal, very internal, but it ain't communities, man. Nobody care about it.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, he's
so
anonymous. He's anonymous.
So basically, sons are just kind of savages, and they don't really need reasons to hurt each other. Basically, like they'll just fucking do it. There's no other like underlying reason.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
you.
think about it.
Not. Yeah.
Think about it. A lot of black women take up nursing, right? They RAs and CNs.
RN, 100%.
Yeah, right. So a lot of
CNAs.
them are that. Now sisters, oh my God, they get celebrated for becoming nurses.
Yeah,
But becoming a doctor, man, you don't even fucking know. Like, yeah, so it's like it's weird. The nurses and shit, the scrubs. A sister will walk around her scrubs 24/7 if she get a nursing job because that's kind of like a flex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They don't even be nurses half the times. They be phlebotomists and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. Salute to Darren, man. Darren, man, he says, hold on, I'm gonna read this thing in a second when I can pull it up. Shout out to Deluxe 247, aka Karukin, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Please support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, with the Super Chat, guys. Support the channel. Yeah, man, getting this good old education, man. You can't get this nowhere else, man. You can't get this nowhere else, man. Let's see. So that was the grandmother. Let's see.
Now we're going to turn to the mysterious disappearance of a Macomb County mother of two.
The family of 30-year-old Ashley Elkins is desperate to find out what happened to her, and they fear that she may have met with foul play.
Detectives in the city of Warren, where she lives, are leading this investigation, but police in Roseville have also been looped into this case.
Tonight, 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham is talking to Ashley's loved ones about why they say she wouldn't just walk away from her kids.
Nope, I agree with that.
Ashley Elkins' family says time is of the essence. They want this message spread far and wide to bring her home safely. Monica Elkins is desperate to hear from her daughter, 30-year-old Ashley Elkins. Ashley's family says the mother of two was last seen leaving her home on Knox Avenue in Warren January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning to run errands.
So I texted her and said, I had a dream that your car was taken. And she said, oh, man. I said, oh, man. So what I did was FaceTime her. She didn't say anything, which was strange to me. And then I said to her, well, be careful, watch your surroundings. Nothing after that.
But Ashley never answered the FaceTime call. Ashley's sister, Alexis, says she and her sister kept tabs on each other through the iPhone Find My iPhone feature. Around noon, a few hours after Ashley was last seen leaving home, they say her phone's last location appears at an apartment complex in Roseville. A man she used to date.
A man she used to date. He the one who killed her. Like, it's not that complicated.
Especially for sons. It's not
why is
complicated
this
at all.
not a national news story? Because what did she say? Joy Reid, what she say? They got
white women.
Yeah. I ain't
Yeah.
never heard about this shit. America racist. We need to sit down and have a conversation about race, guys. Everybody.
If she was white, it would be all over the national news.
Yeah, man.
Joy Reid has a nationally syndicated television show.
Yo, I ain't seen this shit trending on fucking Facebook, Twitter, none of that shit. Y'all racist as fuck.
I mean, it's like you can't
I
really
seen
win,
Leading.
right? Like if you talk about it, you're indicting all the Sun men that are murdering these people. So what the fuck we gonna do?
Yeah,
It's up to you to figure that shit out, Glider.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
that's what she's saying. Figure out our problems.
If they didn't have that tip that her phone pinged near her ex-boyfriend's house, and there was no leads, they could kind of say maybe a glider did it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. Like if her friend was like, it's racist, our town been racist for years, and now my daughter missing. And then it could be like, oh yeah, it could have been a white person. Those are the only ones that black people care about. It could have been a white person.
Yeah, he definitely out of town too at this point.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, they can't find a boyfriend. He's gonna be this is like a slam dunk case. Like whenever a woman goes missing, like a woman gets killed, it's
usually
always
the ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, whatever. It's usually that.
Yeah.
In leaving home, they say her phone's last location appears at an apartment complex in Roseville. A man she used to date lives there.
We knew that he had been, trying to reach out to her, whether to get back with her, I don't know.
But by the time loved ones drove by, they say there was no sign of Ashley, the man, nor her vehicle, an older model gray Chevy Malibu that doesn't have a license plate yet.
She has not been in touch with anyone. We're talking about a mother of 2 children who are 10 and 7 years old, who loves her children, loves her family. She's always in contact with her family. And to not be in contact or not have responded in 5 days or reached out, that's just uncommon.
I'm told the man she used to date hasn't been seen since either. We stopped by the apartment complex. I knocked on the door. No one answered. Ashley, who's a hairstylist, works out of her home in Warren.
The day he came to the house, he acted like he was a client, and he made an appointment with her.
Dangerous.
She was expecting a client.
Oh, he killed the shit out
They
of
were in the
her.
house quiet. She told him to be quiet.
Dude, they're so fucking sneaky. They're like fucking pirates, bro.
Yo, he killed the shit out of her.
Fucking making appointments for a hairdresser. Like, they're so fucked, dude.
That body is right behind that door. He knocked.
Right.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. That body might be laying on the door. Shit.
Oh shit. Man.
And he made an appointment with her. She was expecting a client. It was him. And they were in the house quiet. She told him to be quiet. He knocked on the front door and the side door, and then he left. And then here it is 2 days later, she's gone.
Warren police say the family reported her missing January 3rd. Investigators confirmed her last known location was in Roseville, and they say they've canvassed several area businesses for video and are using digital forensics in the case.
I understand they work very hard, but the family is asking them to work harder. We know that every minute counts.
Ashley Elkins is described as 5 foot.
Hey, man.
It's just unbelievable.
Hey, he said every minute count. That shit been over with, bro.
Calling case number 25329FY, People versus DeAndre Booker.
Your Honor, Randall Kane appearing as a regular attorney on behalf of DeAndre.
They got him.
Mr. Booker, state your name for the court, please.
They got him.
Apartment complex, all of which.
That's him.
Now we're going to turn to the mysterious.
They called his ass. Let me see.
Where they found her body at?
Let me see if we can find her.
But we begin tonight with the investigation into a mother from Macomb County who has been missing now for a week. Her ex-boyfriend appearing in court today. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a story that we've been following since Monday. Well, today, her ex-boyfriend, DeAndre Booker, was charged with lying to a peace officer. Earlier this week, police raided his Roseville apartment in connection.
Tell, that's probably his family.
I know, right? Those all the girls, all the people that had appointments set up, man. He done fucked up all their hair appointments.
Even got like a bludgeon on the left there.
Hold on, let's see. Let's see which families. This is probably the victim family, because usually the killer family be turned up. You know what I'm saying?
They be like, "Why? This a wrong look. It's all unjust and shit for them." And shit. They pissed off.
Dude.
We love you, Ray.
This is unbelievable, man.
Wow.
Officer. Earlier this week, police raided his Roseville apartment in connection to the disappearance of Ashley Elkins.
And in court, we learned more about Booker's past, including his career with the military. Elkins' family now telling us they believe she is dead.
7 News Detroit's Randy Wimbley has an update on the investigation. He's hearing from a retired violent crimes investigator who's walking us.
If she was alive, she'd probably be there. Like, yeah, motherfucker, they caught your bitch. Like, she dead, man.
Through the complexities of a case when the victim hasn't been found.
Roseville PD met with law enforcement partners from Macomb County Sheriff's Office, the Warren Police Department, and Michigan State Police as they chart out the next steps in this investigation.
We want to bring closure for that family, and my heart breaks for them, but we're confident we're going to get there, and we're not going to stop till we do get there.
Roseville Police Chief Mitch Berlin says they are awaiting DNA analysis for some elements in their investigation that will bolster the probe into the disappearance of Ashley Elkins.
This violent act was premeditated. We will seek to enhance the charges once we get there to exactly that, premeditated.
The Warren mother of two went missing last week. Her car was discovered in Roseville. That's where police searched the home of DeAndre Booker, her ex-boyfriend and main suspect in her vanishing. Investigators believe she was murdered.
DeAndre Booker.
Booker faced a judge on Thursday, accused of repeatedly lying and willfully providing false and misleading information to police at the onset of the investigation. Walk us through the rationale of why they would get a charge like lying to a peace officer.
They want to keep him in custody so they can't, the individual they have in custody can't destroy any evidence. Or maybe in this case, move the body.
Retired Detroit Assistant Police Chief Steve Dolan spent his career involved in some of Michigan's most violent crimes.
But still, he's a flight risk because we haven't found the body and they felt there's enough there to get a search warrant for his house. And that's why they're looking for him in the first place.
Chief Berlin says they plan to expand the search of an undisclosed location that they're hoping will secure additional evidence so they can throw the book at Booker.
Look at all the shit these white people going through to find this fucking woman and bring her killer to justice.
Yeah, we need Joy Reid to get on the panel here because this is some bullshit.
And listen, the community, like if the community's well, her family's cooperating, but like, and this is the expectation. Even when like the shit happens in broad daylight, like somebody shoots up a cookout and no one, and 100 people was there, and no one wants to give a statement. The same expectation on the glider criminal justice apparatus is go find him and bring him to justice, find the body, everything.
Yeah,
it's
basically, it's like well, like. We want everything, but we're not going to give you anything to help you even to make it work. Glider system, like they won't even give you the bare fucking minimum of anything that could possibly help.
Yep. And you're going to be accused of racist at some point. Like if this was a white girl, they would have been solved the case. Let a white girl end up missing.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though?
What?
This motherfucker still got hope, bro. Look at that face.
Yeah,
That motherfucker said they ain't charged with murder yet. He still got
they ain't
hope.
found the body yet.
Nah, they ain't found the body yet.
Yeah, and he will like very proudly put his head up and be like not guilty. Like he will plead not guilty.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. He gonna plead not guilty. He's not gonna testify in this trial.
Nope, of course
if
not.
he get found guilty, he's gonna
Deny
appeal it like 50 times. How many appeals you get? You get like, he's gonna appeal it. He's gonna cost the taxpayers probably $10 million to his shit, appealing it.
Yeah. Well, it's not the money so much.
That's where the
it's like there is a money thing, no doubt. But like he will appeal it a gazillion times, and he in his mind he will think he's justified and that there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. He won't have any sort of like self-reflection.
No. If you didn't find the body, if they don't find the body, he's gonna be around prison talking about some man. I'm in here for no reason. He's gonna be one of the people like the Innocence Project, like
the Innocence Project is definitely gonna get him because when they do find the body, they're gonna be like, it wasn't no DNA evidence that matched him with that. Or let's say if it was like fucking in a forest or some shit, fucking random, I don't know, she had contact with somebody else. They'd be like, it was another. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, he as far as he's concerned, he's innocent right now.
Where the evidence leads them.
Once we conclude our search and these last pieces of evidence, I don't think that guy will ever see the light of day.
That is welcome news for Elkin's family, but it's the waiting that's difficult.
We still don't have her body. And so, yes, we want her remains found, and we want that to be found as soon as possible. So we know, the police, they have leads as to where she could possibly be, and we know that she's searching. So we do appreciate that. Our hopes is that, we'll get the right charges soon, murder charges, and that he'll never see the light of day again.
Roseville police plan to wrap up the next phase of their investigation late next week.
This was the last video. They still ain't found her.
Yeah, they didn't find her yet. Yeah.
Oh man, he about to get
Oh,
free.
they found the car. They found the car.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
New developments tonight in the search for a missing mother of 2. Police turning her last known location into a crime scene. Her ex-boyfriend's home is now closed off by caution tape. Meanwhile, her mother is left pleading for her safe return.
I just always worry about my kids. And, I see this all the time on TV. But I would never imagine it be me.
Ashley Elkins' family say they received sporadic and odd text messages on the day she reportedly went missing.
Ever since they've been searching for
He
her.
had her phone and he was trying to texting them from her phone. He tried to cover it up and shit.
Authorities say she disappeared on January 2nd when the family saw her leaving her house in Warren. That was around 8:30 in the morning. Hours later, a family member got a text from the mom saying that she was running to the store. However, no one has ever seen her since. One piece of the puzzle was Ashley's car that disappeared in a Chevy Malibu with no license plates. Tonight, police say they found that vehicle. Jacqueline Francis joining us live. Jacqueline, you've been in constant contact with police. What can you tell us at this hour?
It was just a couple hours ago that police confirmed to me that Ashley's car had been recovered a couple miles from here in Roseville is where it was found.
So they found her car. God damn.
Just ignore the fact that this bitch was just riding around with a car with no plates on. But if the police would have pulled her over, she would have acted ass.
DNA.
Jeez.
And the fact that she didn't have plates on make the investigation even harder because she had plates on her car. They could have been pinging this shit from wherever it was at and all this other shit. So now, no plates. We can't even hit that motherfucker on plate readers or nothing.
And this is an interesting story developing tonight. Several people with guns in this music video here, shot at an East Side gas station, now know their sentences for their part in a shooting which happened there the same night.
The video was posted on YouTube, and it helped police make an ID of the suspects in the case. Rich Knight has been following.
Posted the video after it was a shooting. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they said they paid for that shit. They gonna post it.
Right.
And this is an interesting story developing tonight. Several people with guns in this music video here, shot at an East Side gas station, now know their sentences for their part in a shooting which happened there the same night.
The video was posted on YouTube, and it helped police make an ID of the suspects in the case. Rich Nye has been following this story for nearly a year now.
And he was in the courtroom with his camera today when the woman facing the most serious charge took a plea deal.
22-year-old Trenisa Fennell pleaded.
Goddamn. Snoop from The Wire.
God
damn. That species there, boy.
She look like she fight whenever
Guilty
she
to
feel
unlawful.
She look like she playing the WNBA, man.
Yeah.
A plea deal.
Yeah, she'll be fucking Dejanay.
22-year-old Trenisa Fennell pleaded guilty to unlawful possession of a firearm by a serious violent felon. There she is in the music video, which was shot last February at the Phillips 66 Crystal Flash gas station at 34th and Shadeland. That same night, police say 5 people were caught on surveillance video firing guns as they left the store. A bystander sitting in a van was shot in the shoulder. Fennell received 1 year in prison, plus 2 years home.
So all you can get out of all that is 1 year in prison for fucking some shit.
Wow. And she going to a female prison. She about to have a great ass time.
I'm telling you, she's paradise. And she gonna do what, 8 months? Man, this is all this, like, think about it. Without gliders, there would be nothing. But with gliders, this is all you can get. 5 people shooting off guns, 1 person gets a year.
There's home detention and 1 year probation.
Did you enter into this agreement freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Did anyone force or threaten you to get you to plead guilty here today?
No, sir.
Did anyone make any promises to you that are not contained in the written plea agreement?
Nope.
Fennell smiled at a handful of family and friends in the gallery.
Dude, they're so fucking disrespectful.
no matter
Like
what.
it's just unreal, man.
8 months is light.
They're
A year is
so
light though.
fucking
13 months.
disrespectful.
That's her girlfriend probably in the first row.
Like the fucking family too, just grilling. Like it's just
Fennell
unreal.
smiled at a hand.
Like they are the worst.
Yeah. She don't care though.
Right,
She don't care. She'd be happy.
And if she
she'd be
had
happy
killed the
that,
guy,
she
say the
pissed
guy,
people off.
say the guy didn't just get shot in the shoulder, right? And he died. She would still that would if she would have got away with it like this, she would still be smiling.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then they act like people act like getting shot in the shoulder is just like whatever. This motherfucker probably like going through rehab. He ain't got no rotator cuff. Like he
Yeah, but to
probably
a son,
fucked up. You know
to
what
a
I'm saying?
son, that is whatever. To a son, like a son isn't thinking too much about that. That's just like, you know, a scratch, a bullet in the shoulder, like big deal.
That's nothing. Like, yeah, I can tell by looking at this girl's eyes. She shot people before, and looking at the crowd she's with in this video, man. There's a lot of shooters in this crowd. Like this is nothing. Like these are like everybody. You can't get in this video. You a square. You assault. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
you
of course
can't
not.
get in there.
Like the whole goal is to like flash off and like peacock. Like that's the whole goal of the fucking video in the first place that they're shooting.
Gang. Yeah.
Full of family and friends in the gallery.
She is a good person. She's learned from this, and she will do better. And we're here to support her and help her on her journey.
Name one good
You
thing
look like
she's
she
done
might
ever.
got a body.
Come on, man.
What good thing has she ever done? Ever?
Well, they can call her if like for instance, say you got into it with this girl. I bet you she could call that girl to come do something to you.
She's a good person though.
Oh yeah.
This one
Yeah,
time
she brings the trap money back to the family.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. This one time, the other time when she shot somebody, she actually robbed them and then gave me $500 to help me with my rent.
Right. That's good behavior.
Her journey on becoming and doing better.
In total, 4 adults were charged in this
just needs a
case.
chance.
Fennell faced the most serious charge, but no one was actually charged for shooting someone. Also in the courtroom was 23-year-old DeJuan Jones. He accepted a plea deal for criminal recklessness and received a sentence of a half-year probation.
Half-year probation.
Bruh.
Celebrity
Like,
privilege.
And we're being like us as gliders, like we are genuinely being asked here on good faith to build a society with these people on the screen here. Like it's just ridiculous.
A half-year probation. Like, what's the point? This doesn't even make sense.
No point.
Right.
But here's
How
the
long till he
thing.
cuts off his ankle bracelet?
They won't even.
They
They
probably
won't
not gonna
even
give
say
him one.
thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. That is a good point. Like a lifetime of this, and then finally, like at age 28, he won't make it to 28 before he does a stretch in prison. So like, let's just say he finally makes it to prison for like he gets like a 20-year bid somewhere down the line, right? He and like some documentary comes to prison to interview inmates or whatnot. He's going to talk about America as if it's fucking 1832.
I know.
Yeah, he will for sure.
I know.
They lie. They can't help it. They just have to lie. Like that's the thing with gliders. It's like, would it be so difficult to just kind of like compel ourselves to understand that like not every single one, but like most Sun people are like genuinely awful. Like if we're just being like objective about it, like most of them are.
Well, if
You have to first recognize that they're different. That's the problem. Like,
yeah,
most of y'all just think it's just, well, we got different skin color and different hair texture, but everything else is the same. And
Yeah.
the differences are explained by poverty and white supremacy. So it's like you can't even recognize that we're different besides our kinky coily hair and our brown skin.
Yeah, most gliders are culture sons.
Yeah, exactly. So like saying that like the differences lead to us like expressing ourselves as awful people in your society, within the framework of your society. The difference is, I mean, like, think about it. Like, a lot of sons don't have a prefrontal cortex, so it's like it just true. Like, if you don't have a prefrontal cortex, and you can't. And here's the thing:
They're more likely to have that as a name than actually have one.
if anybody talks about that,
prefrontal cortex Jackson.
God damn.
if anyone talks about, you've outlawed basically discussions about, talking about the differences.
Yep,
so like
basically.
you can't. How can you ever get anywhere when, if anyone even broaches the topic, they're like radioactive from that point on in public life.
Yeah. So if you do that, right? If you do that, you basically make it so that it's permanently going to be Glider's fault, because if the only difference is black people have broccoli hair, then that means all the differences must be white supremacy then, right?
Yep.
So,
but if you rule out white supremacy, you're forced to face realities that would require much different solutions, which would be very messy.
yeah, it's well, here's the thing. Like, I think Gliders deep down do understand that it's more than just skin color, but
can't say it.
But the people who are at the top of the institutions have barred that idea coming to the front here. So the only alternative is basically just fucking Gliders and Tigers just live in their own communities and try to stay away from these people. That's the best they can do.
Right.
Sentence of a half-year probation. Jones is the artist featured in the music video titled "Keep Shooting."
Juan, would you want to tell me anything about today?
It's like a sketch. You can't.
Have some nerve.
Yo, they are fucking rats, dude. They're fucking rats. They literally are like fucking pirate people.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. There was a shooting after this. They still uploaded the video.
It might have been like an Alec Baldwin situation, though. Maybe the gun went off accidentally, and maybe he didn't even pull the trigger.
5 shooters. There were 5 shooters.
5 Alec Baldwin. There's 5 Baldwin brothers. It could happen, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then all you got out of it was one chick gets a year in jail, and another dude gets 6 months probation.
Shooting.
Juan, would you want to tell me anything about today? Or
No, I'm good.
Were you pleased with the outcome?
Yeah, it was cool. Whatever.
Elijah Davis previously took a plea.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He's thankful that he's not doing fucking 20 years in jail. He's like, oh, cool, whatever.
Dude, he can't help but like smile. Like he's like got a little devil grin going on here.
Duper's Delight. They call it Duper's Delight.
In the courtroom was 23-year-old DeJuan Jones. He accepted a plea deal for criminal recklessness and received a sentence of a half-year probation.
Also, he's 23. Like, this is a fucking 23-year-old.
Peak
this
son.
is crazy. Look at G Herbo, but he's just a 23-year-old with like a 80. No, not even 80. He with like a 75 IQ. A 23-year-old with 75 IQ.
I'm good.
Were you pleased with the outcome?
Yeah, it was cool. Whatever.
Elijah Davis previously took a plea deal for criminal recklessness with a deadly weapon. He received a 4-day jail sentence, plus up to 4.
What they call it, the prisons and pipelines, because of mass incarceration and justice system and shit. Oh my God.
Man, this is a comedy. This 2.5 minute video. I feel like we've been on this video for like half an hour. Like, that's how fucking ridiculous this is.
Yo, 4 days in jail. I've done that before several times, right? It's literally like by the time you get in jail, like you get like in DC, if you get locked up on a Friday, if you can't see the magistrate, sometimes you can see the magistrate on a Saturday morning, but 90% of the time you gotta wait there until Monday, right? And then they take everybody to court. I've been through that so many times. It seems like a long time when you just get bagged like on the humble, like you drunk, like you driving, or you get caught up in some shit, and you expect to go home that night. But if you get sentenced to 4 days, like they might as well not even you might as well not even unpack your shit.
That's just a weekend. That's nothing.
Yeah, it's a 4-day
That's
weekend.
literally Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Yeah, because they count the day they put you in as a full 24 hours, right?
No matter what time.
Yeah, the day you get out. So that's really 2 days, basically.
2 whole days.
Yeah, 2 nights for your little son man here. 2 nights.
It's bed and breakfast.
This shit is sweet.
The crazy thing is like there's a genuine like coin flip chance here that instead of, if they gave him like a real sentence, instead of 4 days, they might save this guy's life. Because if he were to stay in prison for an extended time, we don't know what's going to happen to him out in the streets, right? He might not be alive in a couple of years.
Yeah, definitely. Prison saves a bunch of people's lives. I mean, a lot of listen, when you see a dude come home from prison and he starts the program, he wouldn't have started that program if he didn't do the 25 years.
No way.
Something like that. I want to help the kids.
Also, let's be honest here. This whole idea that prison is this most dangerous fucking place ever is a bunch of bullshit. It's really just a bunch of sons playing cards and acting like children. That's all that it really goes on in there.
There's a lot of bullying and a lot of stuff. I mean, I've showed some stuff that happens in prison on this channel. It's dangerous, but as far as mortally dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's nothing going on in prison that wasn't already going on in high school for sons. It's the
If
same
you're a
shit.
predator, you find your place. I would think.
Yeah, but if you're a son in the game, like these guys are active, right? So they're active in that underworld of this city, right? So amongst that population, it's infinitely more likely to be murdered in that setting than they are in prison. Like it ain't prison. Prison people ain't getting killed every day in prison.
There's less guns in prison.
Exactly. I truly think that if we put, in particular, men, son men, when they're boys, if we put them in to prison for a nice good 10 years, it may be better for them, quite honestly.
Yeah. Salute, man. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. We haven't gotten any. The support has gone down in incredibly, 80% this year, man. We're getting 80% less support from the from Op Nation members this year. Who was that told me to shout out all the super chatters? Maybe I shouted out the super chat. And everybody was like, "Damn, fuck that! I'll let everybody else do it." But salute to let's see. Aster J says, facts. My older brother was a world-class track athlete at Indiana University, 1984 Olympic Games. It was never around son from freshman in high school until he retired. Shout out to your brother, man. He lived a good life, man.
Yes.
Come around no fucking sons, man. Look at this shit.
The 40 hours of community service work.
40 hours. That's another thing. I did community service. Community service is basically sitting in some rec center all day. The people who do the community service, they don't want to do their job, right? So you'll have somebody say you got to go clean up. Say there's a field somewhere and it's got a bunch of trash in it, and they give you a picker in a bag, and you'll be with a whole bunch of people who got community service. Y'all go out there and y'all say y'all pick up some trash, and then y'all go to lunch, and then they be like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna just give y'all 8 hours for today, and sign your sheet, and then you just go, and then you gotta come back the next day, and then they not over you like an overseer while you picking cotton and shit. It's like, you know what I'm
Bring
saying?
back chain gangs.
It's nothing. 40 hours community service is nothing. It's nothing. It's like it's literally nothing. It's just boredom. You're just sitting around all day or just driving in the truck all day from one site to another. But yeah, like this guy right here, basically, he literally, there's no lesson learned, right? This is basically like he might not even. Here's the thing. I swear to you, he might not even do the community service. He might get like a bench warrant on him because he didn't show up for community service.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's his
He's
body,
service work.
right? Like, you can't physically control a fucking goddamn 70 IQ son, man, and make him do something that he doesn't want to do. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, they'll give him a bench warrant. He'll be somewhere driving around. He'll get pulled over in the car with a bunch of sunmen. They'll ask for the ID. He'll give his ID. They'll go back to the car. They'll come back and be like, "Hey, you step out of the car." He'll be like, "Man, what? Man, I ain't do nothing." You got a bench warrant. He'll be like, "Man, no, man, I ain't no fuck." Then they're like, fucking, like, start a fight, get shot, and then be protesting some shit.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
He didn't show up for his community
service work. One more case is still pending. Nathaniel Thompson is charged with criminal recklessness and has a court date later this month. At the Marion County Community Justice Campus, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Smiling. Hey, yo, this reminds me, my homegirl the other day, she asked me to like give her some books because her nephew's locked up, right? So I take some books over there or whatever, and he happens to call right when I'm there. So he's talking to her. It's like a 5-minute call. And he's like, yeah, man, check out my music, man. Let me know what you think, man. So, man, we stood there listening to it. This is the most incriminating shit. Mind you, he's up for sentencing in like a week. And he's sharing this shit on the phone. And he's calling himself a terrorist in this music, talking about all the crime he be doing. I'm just like, yo, you got to tell him to chill, yeah. He called it from Rikers Island. I don't know if they do that in New York, but in Maryland, they started using the music against him.
Oh yeah,
So-
I think Jay-Z to pass that got that law passed where you can't use it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, that was a victory for the Sun people. When they got that victory, they're like, "Fuck yeah!" We're
If they
fighting
could
for
rap their
them.
signed confessions, they'd all get off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yo, I couldn't
that's-
believe this shit, yo. I was like, yo, what? This can't be real. This nigga's it's so annoying.
Caught on camera, a hit and run sends a woman and her vehicle into a ditch off the I-15. She was on her way home back to Vegas when the crash happened about 15 miles from Prim. 8 News Now reporter Ryan Tismaneski speaking with family members who want justice.
Galaxy gas.
Dashcam video shows Erica Bruce driving home from Barstow when a driver slams into the back of her van, sending her into a ditch. She used her remaining strength to call 911. Now she's here at UMC Trauma on life support, and doctors say they're unsure of her chances of surviving. Bruce's mother, Verna Scott, and Bruce's daughter, Tiana Samuel, spending their days visiting her at the hospital.
The chances of her waking up is slim to none. We're waiting, just giving her some time to see if any possible miracle could happen.
Bruce's family filed a report with California Highway Patrol, with the driver leaving behind evidence. This license plate number was imprinted into Bruce's van.
God damn.
Stolen, though, I'm sure of it. Unbelievable.
That's if you're a fucking detective, that's fucking great, man, for the detectives.
Van, a company car for the bus charter company Bruce works for. She's worked there for around 30 years.
She was amazing. I never had to go without. She worked hard her whole life. I never seen my mom, unemployed. Bus driving is something that she loved doing. The last year she talked about, stop bus driving because she's tired of driving.
The family pleading for the driver to come forward.
She was a good person and she deserved this. And I hope whoever is doing this, I hope they turn themselves in because I couldn't live without my baby.
It's Ryan Tizmaneski reporting. Now, he did reach out to CHP and he was told they do have a person of interest in this case, but that the investigation is not yet complete. We, of course, will bring you any updates.
Probably gonna be a son. The glider would have like pulled over or called the police. Like if she hadn't had the strength to call the police before she passed out, she would still be in that ditch. And that's some man to be home living his life like nothing happened.
Could be a drunk glider though. That's
Yeah, it's possible.
It's
That drunk
always
shit.
the son. But I mean, I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
I hope so.
But I always bet on black.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, exactly.
Bet on black, right?
Wow. Salute to everybody. Any final word? Hold on. Let me read this last one. Shout out to Flowers. Flowers in her hair. Salute to you, Flowers in her hair, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. Anybody got any final thoughts, man?
You didn't cheat and like cherry pick the videos tonight, right? Because I could have sworn you just went through like 50 black people killing each other, like quite literally.
But the best one was the dude that was sitting in his car at a gas station and got shot with a stray bullet in the shoulder. That was the best story today.
Just like just the YouTube algorithm just does it for you. Like you don't even have to try.
Right. I used to select the videos, but I would just look at the title.
Yeah.
And I would just select the video and then watch them for the first time on the show. But my algorithm is, you know how on YouTube, my algorithm over the years has become like solidified, right?
Yep.
It's just crazy. So it's like I don't even have to do that no more. All I have to do is turn on YouTube.
It knows what's going on. If like a freaking alien was watching the channel right now, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, some people must be like 90% of whatever country these people live in."
No bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
90% sun country. Salute to everybody out there, man. Same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Peace out.
Peace.